I think we might be live. So, yes, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging with the Poor Typist. I am Gregory, the Poor Typist, and yeah, it's pouring down right now. So I figured, let's start early. Let's see. Let me get back here and let some people in. And because I am eager, I see Ted is logging in. And I am eager to see what he may be showing today. So, yeah. Yes. But yeah, it's pouring down right now. And I think we're supposed to get rain also either just on Christmas Eve or also on Christmas. Oh, I see something very, very nice. Oh man. Yeah, I was hoping you would log in today because I was so excited to see your video and I was like, wait a minute, there's no sound.
Yeah,
You're just
I
talking and
because
there's no sound.
I have OBS set up to go to Zoom, and Zoom doesn't take audio from OBS; it takes audio from the system microphone, and so I didn't have a microphone
Oh,
set up in OBS, and so
oh,
when I was just recording a video from it, there's no sound, so it
ah,
ignored my microphone setting.
okay.
But I have for a little later. Let's see. We have as
I
soon as
thought
this
I caught
video
a
comes up.
glimpse of
Hold
a
up, hold
box.
on, hold on, hold on. Here it comes. There it is. We
Oh,
got an unboxing to do.
oh, excellent, excellent. Yeah. And you have your samurai sword to do it.
Oh, it's a short sword, but
Well, short sword, yeah.
suitable for cutting boxes.
Yes, yes. Now,
So,
did they specifically use those short swords for committing what is it, harikiri?
seppuku.
Seppuku, yes, seppuku.
Um, well, I imagine you could use whichever one you wanted, but
True, true.
it's mostly a utility knife. I mean,
Okay, okay.
it's they Uh, I mean, they had different ways of carrying swords, but some of them would have like the full set is three swords. You know, a short
Okay,
blade, a wakizashi, and a katana. And
okay.
you would normally use the long one and the medium-sized one for fighting, and then the short one is, basically just utility knife.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Excellent, excellent.
so anyway,
Hey,
that'll
Indro.
be a little later.
Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be exciting. I'm sure we're gonna hopefully have a lot of people today, but because I suspect I'm not the only one that thought you might be showing this typewriter off. So,
Well, I got to
oh
finish a letter
man.
on it first. So,
Ah, okay, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Indra, what are you up to?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm up to so many things. I'm very, very busy. But like I think I said it one of the last times I joined every week almost, but I went to France, but tomorrow I'm going again because we have to finalize some things and then oh, it's getting really, really close. So yeah, interesting. My hair is funny. I was walking with the dog. I walked a long time because I thought, well, let's go up. So that's why.
Yeah, okay.
And I have to
That's
start
good.
cooking in about 5 minutes because my whole family's
Uh,
home. Within 1 hour. I'm going to make lasagna myself.
oh,
So it's
okay.
going to take at least 1 hour to make it. So, but I'll
Uh,
join in anyway.
yeah, yeah. Any new typewriters or anything like that?
No, except the one that I think I mentioned last time, which is the Smith Corona. Which one was it? I think I showed it. The one in the suitcase. I'll get it if you did. I show it to you?
Sure. I think you may have shown it, but let's see it again.
1 second.
Okay. And Roger, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Had a busy
Good,
day
good.
yesterday.
Oh yeah.
We went to Bastogne to help the American Legion with the barbecue. So
Oh, okay.
early rise, late home. So
Yeah, yeah.
standing in the
Okay.
cold all day
Oh, oh, there it is.
outside,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
was fun.
Okay. Oh, yes, the Super Sterling. The
Yeah,
Super Sterling. Okay.
but it's like new. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Except the
yeah.
platinum is hard, but it's looking really well. So
Good,
yeah, I
good.
think that's the only one that I got in.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right. I do love those. Well, I just have the Sterling. I don't have the Super Sterling. I'm not sure what extra features the Super Sterling has, but my Sterling, actually I have two Sterlings, one from the earlier decade and then one from that era. And I love them both. They're actually like super quiet. They're some of my quietest typewriters, so yeah. Now that one you said has a hard platen, so I assume it's not all that quiet.
no,
No.
just typed a little bit on it because it needs a new rhythm. It doesn't need any
Oh,
cleaning or whatever, but it's very good shape. But
yeah.
no, I think I showed you this one before. This is just the shrink tubing. Maybe this is a
Oh,
good
okay.
machine to make it work. So
Yeah.
it's just the right size, I think. So
Okay.
maybe I put this one on,
Yeah. Yeah.
see what
Very
happens.
cool. Now that looks like kind of a plastic, is that right?
It's a
Or
clear
is it
one,
more? Okay.
so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's pretty cool.
and it's not too thick. So
Yeah. It seems like that might be easier to get on there.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
diameter is. So I have to check it, but I can check.
Those shrink quite a bit though.
I guess it's about 3.5 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be. I don't know how much in inches, but 3 or 4 centimeters. Well, that
Okay.
size. And then it
Yeah.
shrinks, so should fit on that perfectly.
Oh yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
But it's just very thin. So, but it's good. When you shrink it, it gets hard again. So
Okay.
it should work. It should work. Well, just give it a go, but not
Yeah, I'll
shortly
be
because I have no time until after Christmas. I think I'm going to France tomorrow night because my wife has to work. She has to do a show in Venlo, which is on the way to Belgium, to the south of the Netherlands. Then we keep on driving all night. So Tuesday and Wednesday is the only 2 days that my wife and I have off, like a free day, because Wednesday is my birthday. I'll be driving
oh
back on Wednesday all day probably because it's about a 12-hour, 13-hour drive. So yeah, we've been there before. I think about 1.5 months ago, I think, something like that. And we
okay.
bid on a house, but it in the end it didn't work out. We missed it, and you can know it's no secret or whatever. We missed it at like 6,000 euros. There was another person
Oh,
came in and they offered 6,000 more than we did, above our maximum. So that didn't work out. But then I think within a week, we got an offer on another house. And well, if everything works out, it's all done by Thursday next week. So keep your fingers crossed because
yeah, definitely.
something going on. But yeah, but besides that, work is killing. And December for us as a family, it's my birthday, my daughter's birthday, we had
Oh,
Christmas. My daughter is her birthday is Christmas Eve, so you got that
oh
one.
wow.
First Christmas Day, second Christmas Day, New Year's Day, and New Year's Eve.
Oh my goodness.
It's ridiculous. We
Yeah.
have Santa Claus, which is
Oh,
the 5th of December. It's no end.
yeah.
But
Oh
it's
man.
okay. We are used to it. It's like every year. My
Yeah.
wife, she had like 3 premieres this month. Today one, yesterday one, and then next week one. It's madness.
Wow. Wow.
It's
That's
mad.
it is theater, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, today she had a first show, a premiere of a Christmas show. And
Okay.
it's only like I think 4 shows. There's one today, one tomorrow, and then 2 next week. But rehearsing in front, it takes another week, and then she had a
Oh
premiere
yeah.
next week for a little show, but it's also like 4 or 5 days rehearsing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway,
Wow.
it's all right. It's all right. My job is ending on at the end of December, and then a new job will start on the 1st of January, probably till the
Okay.
1st of April, and then I'm moving to France. So I know.
Okay. Bye-bye. You can hang out with Christoph.
Yeah, yeah, it's not far away. No, it's pretty far away. He's yeah,
Okay.
closer to Paris. I'm down in the south then. But anyway,
Okay.
it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
I love that typewriter of Ted.
I know, my goodness.
It's
Oh
good.
man.
Nowadays, you see that did die on everything, on shoes, on whatever you can think
Yeah.
of. They use
Yeah.
it. Could be
Yep.
cool.
Oh yeah.
You better get in on if you want one of Garen's typewriters. You better get in on it pretty quick because he just sold a bunch on eBay with like $1 minimum bids. And I
Oh,
checked what they went for, and he's getting upwards of $1,200 and $1,300 for these things.
oh,
Wow.
So I'm really glad that he sent me one as a gift before that happened.
That's
lucky
that's
you.
crazy.
Because otherwise, I would never be able to get a hold of one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, now you're talking anyway, Ted. Why
Mhm.
is your nickname, or is it not a nickname, Reverend? Are you a reverend?
I am a reverend, yes.
Oh,
I have
holy.
been ordained, and I have a life in the ministry.
Ah,
I can talk Bible stuff with you if you want, but
I didn't
Generally,
finish my
people don't
sentence.
want
I
that.
started with holy. No, just keep it with typewriters then.
yeah, I figure that's probably safest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thanks anyway.
No problem.
Yes. Ted belongs to 2 churches. The one he's in, and then the typewriter church.
But anyway, it's good to see you, Greg. I hope you're doing well, because I think last week you weren't there, and some other time. So I think
Yeah.
you should mention, how long are you doing this? For 2 years now? A little over 2 years, I think.
Yes. It's kind of funny. I started on my birthday 2 years ago, and my birthday was September 13. So
Ah,
back on September 13, it was 2 years. So kind of blows my mind.
yeah. I think I'm almost here 2 years. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
pretty from the beginning, but it's good.
yeah.
Good for you. I hope you continue and keep doing well.
Oh yeah, it's not going to stop. As long as people show up, I'm going to keep doing it.
All right.
There may be times where I don't show up, but I'll still put on the meeting for everyone else. So it's good to know that I can do that once in a while. So
All right.
yeah.
Maybe you can ask like Ted or whatever, somebody as a backup.
Maybe, yeah. I don't like putting pressure on anyone though. So and Ted's a busy man, so
He's always here, so he has always time.
I know, huh?
Well, not
That's funny
always.
that-
I missed
Well, yeah.
a couple weeks there. I was sick.
Yeah, but that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Oh man, this
It's bulging.
Richard Kessler keeps sending me these novellas, and like he doesn't send like an envelope like this. He sends an
Okay.
envelope
Oh, the big manila ones.
like this.
Oh, that was
And
funny.
he does like multiple pages in a letter. So
Oh wow.
he's only 3 episodes in, and he's already filled up his thing. So I have to make another one.
Wow.
He's very verbose.
Yeah.
Lots to
Yeah.
say.
Excellent.
All
Very
right, I
cool.
think this one's done.
All right, I'll start cooking in about a few minutes. So, but I'll turn off the camera, but I'll still be here. So I'll join in
Okay, thank you so
after
much.
dinner.
It was good seeing you, Indro.
Oh yeah, it's a pleasure. Pleasure all mine. Thank you.
Cooking health.
Oh, I had Corona 2 weeks ago for the second time.
Oh,
It's
geez.
horrible.
Oh boy.
Everybody's getting that thing multiple times. I haven't had it
Uh,
at all. So,
My wife got it
Wow.
first, and after 3 days, she gave it to me as a present, I guess.
Oh. Oh man.
well, hey, Gregory, you recognize this pen?
Oh.
This is
Oh yes.
one of the best fountain pens I've ever had. It's just
Right.
works all the time. I fill it like once a month.
Exactly.
It just runs and runs and runs, and it doesn't dry out. I'm very happy
Yeah,
about it.
I was super shocked by those little Jin Haos.
Yeah.
They're pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
So that's
Definitely.
pretty much my main fountain pen now.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Thank you very much.
Of course, it was, super, super cheap. Ordered direct from China.
All right. There, you can
Well,
Google my typewriter now.
What's that?
You can Google my typewriter now.
We can Google it.
Google it.
Oh, Google it. Okay.
Yeah, oogly eyes.
Yes, yes. Oh, I've been doing that like ever since you showed it. I was like, oh my goodness. And then I went back and watched Darren's video about that typewriter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he wasn't really trying to do a good sales job on it. He's like,
I
I really
know.
hate these things. They suck.
I
They
know.
don't really work very well. But it works great. That's the thing is I think what happened was he just left it sitting around long enough that some of the stuff seized up. And once I put a little little LPS in various places that needed a little lubrication and
Yeah.
started running it all day, then it loosened up. I've had no problems at all with it. It hates being on a pad, but that's pretty common with Royals, so
Okay.
I don't fault it for that. It skips a lot
Yeah.
to have a big thick typing pad. It doesn't like vibrations.
Yeah.
But, off the pad, it doesn't skip at all. So
Nice.
I'm calling it perfect.
That's
So-
an impressive paint job there.
Yeah.
Is
Must have been dipped.
or hydro dipped?
It's a hydro dipped.
Okay, thought so.
Yeah, so it's got several metallic, and then he does like multiple layer paint jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a couple clear coats on it, and it's been wet sanded between every time. So it's got a
Yep.
shine on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it does not take fingerprints at all. So I'm pretty happy
Wow.
about that.
Yeah.
So what basic model is it? It almost looks like a Diana.
It is a Diana,
Bingo. There you go.
1960,
Good eye.
last year of production.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But yeah, so he tricked it all out.
Yeah,
Maybe
even
not.
the
Yeah.
ribbon.
Segment here is painted.
Yeah. And the ribbon spools and
Yep.
yeah, my goodness.
So I'm very
Very
happy.
cool. Now I think in his video he showed like towards the back right there was like a loose part or something.
Yeah,
like part of
the
frame.
mount point right here on the back. There's like four
Okay.
mount points on each,
Yeah.
one on each corner, and this one
Yeah.
snapped off. But it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you can flex it, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty solid.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna have a problem with that. See, I'm sure that's kind of there's probably reasons that he didn't want to sell it to someone who
Yeah.
would probably have issues with some of the things, but I don't care. So,
Yeah. Wow.
As
and
I
I
say,
can deal with small issues. So
Yeah.
sometimes with a machine like that, you need to sell it to someone who understands the machines.
pretty much, yeah. So I'm sure he was probably just uncomfortable with selling it to someone who wouldn't know how to deal with anything. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Well, you made a snap decision to give it away to me because I commented
Wow.
on his YouTube." So,
Oh,
This wasn't the
Yeah.
giveaway from last week, was it?
yeah. Well, this past week, yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. In fact, I got this, I think, in 5 days from when he sent it, and the other one was 6 days from when Teresa sent it. So I have an unboxing. I've got 2 machines that were given to me this week.
yeah. Yeah, we'll see the one from Teresa in a little while, huh?
And sure, well, let me know when you want to do that, when there's a lull in the conversation.
Sure, sure. But my goodness, that's a gorgeous typewriter.
I'll do an unpacking.
Yeah, definitely.
I, I
Go
think
ahead, William.
sorry, I think everybody has seen my hydrographed hydro typewriter. Haven't we? With
Well,
the
let's see it
camouflage?
again.
Yeah,
Okay.
show it again.
I'll be back.
Get an excuse. Just show it.
I know.
The real tree camouflaged one.
Oh yeah,
it-
that's right. He is the camouflage one.
Oh,
I think it's the same one. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Do
it
you-
now. Yeah.
Sean, do you have any that are hydro dipped or like?
No,
crazy
I've
paint?
never done that. I don't really know who would even do that around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine, like someone in the artistic community, maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
What would typically be hydro dipped? Like, is it
I've
just
seen-
for art?
No, it's
Yeah.
for deckling things and just a common manufacturing practice these days. For a lot
Okay.
of items and stuff. And I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube of all sorts of things getting dunked into like little things
Yeah.
into big tanks and
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not too familiar with the whole thing.
Yeah. It's a very, very interesting process. It's kind of strange that it even works.
It's neat.
Yeah, it's very neat, very neat.
Yeah, they just sort of roll it through and it just comes out and grabs everything it's supposed to grab and it looks
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, exactly.
What's weird is even you're dipping each part separately, but he's managed to do a pretty good job of like lining up the streaks so that they kind of flow into each other.
Yeah, it flows, definitely.
So I'm
Definitely.
pretty sure, like I've seen other videos where he's like, well, now I'm on the 5th time I've tried to paint this typewriter, and I'm sure it's a matter of if he doesn't like the way it ends up looking, he just sands it off and does another
Yeah,
coat.
Yep.
So
yeah.
he's really meticulous.
He seems like it, yeah. All right, William's back. Do you have your typewriter, William?
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Oh, on my hand.
You have the big screen.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
put
very
that down in the
nice.
forest.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
surprised you even found that.
Oh, that would be a good one for Colby, actually. Yeah. For his wild typing.
I'd be afraid I'd lose it.
I
Yeah,
know.
see you
yeah.
holding something up, but I can't see it.
Yeah. We just see your hands.
See your hands and all the plants in the background.
Yeah. The reason why I chose this next to Vista camouflage is because we live in hunting country out on the western edge of the prairies in southern Alberta, and we're in cowboy country too as well. So I figured, why not?
There you go. Yeah.
And it's kind of almost ironic that my camouflage typewriter gets noticed everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though people can't see it. It's strange.
Mhm.
That makes Ted's
Oh.
urban camouflage.
Yeah.
Maybe opium pad camouflage.
Opium pad camouflage. Yeah.
There you go. Oh man. That is awesome.
What I was thinking of doing was to see if I could find a photograph film of marijuana leaves and do a typewriter just with marijuana leaves all over.
I can help you out there here in Oregon.
Oh man. Yeah, very cool. Let's see here. Well, I'm sensing a lull in the conversation, Ted. So
Okay.
I think we might be
You want
ready
me to
for your
get with the
unboxing.
knife skills, huh?
Let's do it.
Plus, I'm sure you're eger to see it yourself.
I am
so-
eager to see it myself. Let's see. Camera should come up
What?
in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
I
3.
admire Ted for holding off and
There
having
we go.
patience.
I
Oh yeah, I
know,
had to
huh?
wait a whole day.
Even for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
microphone probably won't pick me up when I'm over there. So
Are you going to open it with that samurai sword?
yeah, of course.
Ted doesn't do anything with half measures.
Nice.
Oh, get the katana out and there you go.
Chop the top
yeah.
off.
Let's see. Oh, I hear styrofoam.
Ah. And we can hear you, Ted. So
Oh,
feel
okay,
free to.
good. Good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told the Tapisphere here that my wife and I went to New Jersey towards the end of October, and we had I had a spare day, so I took actually walked across the George Washington Bridge to New York City. I actually met up with Teresa, and she showed me around Manhattan Island and took me to all sorts of different places. And I even got to Gramercy Typewriter and had a good chat with Jay Schweitzer there.
Nice.
That was a very, very special day for me.
Yeah.
Now my legs ached the day afterwards from all that walking, but I wouldn't trade the day for anything.
Excellent.
Oh boy. I give it 10 on wrapping.
Oh,
Yeah.
peanuts.
There's a letter.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Dear Ted,
Letter
please
pretty
don't
soon.
read this letter until after you open up the typewriter. Signed. Peanuts.
Please read it in front of everybody.
Please read it in front of everybody in case there's embarrassing stuff.
I'm gonna have to do something about that popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
bag
good
to
for
put it in.
cats.
You gotta love and hate that stuff. It just ends up absolutely everywhere.
Yeah. When we had dogs, one of our dogs would eat it, and so I freaked out. And but then it turns out that they make it out of like cornstarch or something, so it's actually not harmful
Oh.
to pets. But
They just poop it out later.
yeah. Well, I think it dissolves because also I've gotten it wet and it basically just dissolves.
Oh,
So
okay.
Cornstarch, so they're like cereal, huh?
yeah,
Big
just pour milk
cereal.
and you'll have some slush. Oh man. Not nice. He has a good container for the packing peanuts.
Oh yeah.
Of course, now there's plenty of room for the peanuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about getting it out first.
Double boxed it.
That's good.
That's nice.
Yeah, that looks like a 5-star packing job there.
Definitely yes. Yes.
And there's going to be a box inside of this one with
It's like a Russian doll.
more bubble or more peanuts.
I forget who it was who didn't buy but accepted the free gift typewriter from Teresa about how to pay for shipping. He said that the shipping was
This is
kind of
it.
expensive.
Isn't this it? This is it.
No, this was
No?
like several months ago.
Oh.
And he messaged me privately and said he's never seen a typewriter that well packed.
Oh
Teresa,
my. Look
so
at that.
Teresa knows how to pack, how to ship safely.
This could have
Oh
been
yeah.
this could have been delivered by catapult and have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry
I
for
don't know
running
about
Trebuchet
that,
is the
but-
word. I was looking for trebuchet.
trebuchet. Who's Teresa?
Teresa Cerebo in New York.
Yeah, probably don't say your name, but
Sorry.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Is she online?
Not at the moment.
She's a type pal.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But she's not on like sort of any other platforms or anything?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only
That's a
ask because all
lot
you
of
guys are
bubble
talking
wrap.
about are like your good friends, and I've never even heard of this person. So
Oh.
Ted's going to find another letter halfway through. So you reached the halfway point.
Yeah.
I hope you are doing
Yeah.
interlude.
So I think it was last week. We were having our regular meeting. Teresa pops in here this goes in the chat, offers up
Oh,
I think 2 free typewriters.
that's right.
And Ted was all over
smart.
it.
And like a dummy, I'm sitting here watching the conversation from the beginning. Like, interesting. Did she say free?
Yeah.
Well, you can't fault Ted for being detail oriented.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he has to be for what he does.
Which we don't really know what it is, but it's very, he's
Ooh.
good at it.
He's good at it, yeah.
Ted does everything.
Yeah. My
this is-
goodness, that this layers and layers of goodness.
No, don't drop it right now.
I know, huh? After all that.
Is this the double Gothic one?
I
Or-
believe so.
This might be
Yeah, I
the
believe
script
so.
one.
Oh,
It's an SM3.
SM3 had the script,
Yeah.
I believe. Or
Oh, okay.
It's an SM3, judging by the tab bar along the back rail.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
yeah, William, if there's ever a contest for
All right, Ted.
identifying a typewriter, I'm going to be on your team.
I know, huh?
I don't think you've ever gotten it wrong while I've been on the call.
Yeah.
Always the first to identify these.
Okay.
Looks brand new.
Yeah, look at that.
This one here.
Yeah,
Side by
swap that sucker out.
Oh, wow.
This one over here.
Don't pull your back out.
Yeah.
Switch cameras. Wait for it to come up.
Well, as far as identifying typewriters, I've learned a lot from both Typewriter Talk and these good people on Type Pals. You're a great bunch, you
Aw.
really are.
Nice.
I love being
And
here.
in turn,
Oh
I've
my
learned tons
goodness.
from you, William.
Say
Aw.
again?
And in turn, I've learned a lot from you.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
And
That
who
is
am I speaking with?
Ooh, that's nice. Even has the sticker on it. Little tag.
That's Colby Kirk.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
she's not kidding around. She locked the carriage and
Yeah.
pulled the escapement down.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
She
That
knows
girl-
how to pack.
Yep.
That girl knows typewriters, believe me.
Look at that.
Works out of the box.
All
Really?
right, let's see some type bars. Woo-hoo.
All right, let's get some paper.
But yeah, I believe this one even has a brand new platen in it.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, Ted scored.
I
know,
have.
right?
I feel very lucky this week.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
That's good because I don't think you had a lot of typewriters anyway.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
now
at
call your-
55
you
now.
can call yourself a collector
55,
now.
that's good.
So
55 is a good number.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Ted.
55. I've got 2 that are going to other people, and one that's not really mine. And it belongs to my wife. I don't know why I had Valentine in my gallery listing. It's not mine, it's hers. I hate that thing.
Oh,
The typewriter, not your wife, right?
No, the typewriter, yeah.
Yeah.
Because oh man, you get on. I hate Valentines. Does anybody else hate Valentines? You get on and it just feels bad to type on.
Mine makes squeaky.
Hates
Mine
you.
makes squeaky sounds when I type, and I don't quite like it. But
they look nice though.
yeah.
The thing about the Valentine is that if you have one, you were the coolest kid on campus.
Yeah, I guess it gets you laid, but
Hey,
Like in
ladies,
the
was that
70s.
Valentine?
Oh.
let's see. Card. Ooh, look at this.
Dear Ted, thank you for responding to me.
Very nicely printed. I wonder. No, that looks like it was printed. Oh, I probably shouldn't show our address. I don't know.
I made you small.
Blank that out. All right. I'm glad this SM3 is going to you, as I know it will be well looked after. It sure will. This was the second typewriter I purchased, off eBay no less.
Hmm.
Typical eBay finds it had some issues. Luckily, the folks at Gramercy were nearby. They got it working, gave it thorough clean plus a new platen. The carriage shift is still a little heavy for me. Okay. Didn't know enough to ask for more shift assist at the time. So I just use the lowercase small caps. Haha. I have a feeling your pinkies will be much stronger than mine. All right. So that's why she gave it away.
Yeah.
Just got
Easy
a
to
heavy
adjust
shift.
though.
That's no problem for me. I like carriage shifters.
There you go. There you
Well, there
go.
you are. Thank you,
That's beautiful.
Teresa, if you're
Yeah, it's a beautiful
watching.
machine. Love that green.
This will be very well looked after, and also that gigantic pile of wrapping.
So Ted, that was the
Never
double
seen a
Gothic one,
typewriter
right?
so well wrapped.
Yes.
Well, now you got the wrapping to send out one of yours.
Yeah, I suppose I do. Anyway, so
Very cool.
all right, that's the unboxing.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay. Good machine too. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not quite anything like watching an Olympia go.
You know what? I only have 10, but my Olympia SM3 with the long carriage is up there. I
Well,
love
Kobe,
using it.
that's pretty good to have 10 Olympias.
No.
Uh,
Nope.
You-
Sean, you
you have
probably
some
have
Roy-
10 Olympias.
yeah, I got
I
14
know, huh?
now, but I like them
Yeah.
stupid typewriters.
Oh, excellent. We had a few more people join us. Brian Good,
Hi. Hi there.
Hello.
how's it going?
Going pretty good.
Excellent, excellent.
I sold a typewriter yesterday.
Oh,
The first typewriter I ever bought for collecting. My Hermes 3000.
Oh,
oh,
To a local guy. I had it up on Facebook Marketplace for a long time, and
okay.
he finally came through and met me out here in Buckeye, which is not easy to do. We talked for a while, and he's a really nice guy. He works over at ASU.
Nice.
Now he has a Hermes 2000. He said he had a Sterling, a Smith Corona Sterling that he typed on for a long time, and his daughter really started to like it. So he gave the Sterling to her and bought the 3000 for himself.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was nice, and not too much else. Getting ready for the holidays.
Were there any regrets in selling it?
Oh no! I bought it for $17.99 in 2014, and I sold it for let's say 9
lot more?
times that. Yeah, so
Oh, wow.
I think my return on investment was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And I just go with somebody who's really going to appreciate it. We talked about the ribbon and the margin settings and all that, and all the weird things
Yeah.
about the 3000. And he was pretty excited
Yeah.
about it. So
Very
I
cool.
feel better about that than trying to ship it to somebody in North Dakota or something, and I think fall apart and
yeah.
not know how to use it. And so
Definitely,
I see
yeah.
he watched a lot of Phoenix Typewriters videos to learn about stuff. So
Okay.
I pointed him to the entry for that typewriter on the typewriter database. So I said, find out more about the typewriter here, and also you should go here because there's good
Yeah.
stuff on there.
Excellent. Excellent.
So that's
Good.
that.
Pushing the typewriter database.
Always got to give him a plug.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I love hearing stories about how people catch and release these machines, catch them in
Yeah.
bad condition, service them, recondition them, get them working again, and send them back out in the wild.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny. This guy said that he'd gotten a couple typewriters at Goodwill and kind of fixed them up and taken them back to Goodwill because he didn't want them in the end. And I do the same thing. I've done that 3 or 4 times. I've gotten one,
Wow.
gotten it cleaned up, gotten it ready, and figured, I don't really want to have this. I know one was the Selectric 3 that I had. And others were, I think, I had another Type Bar Electric and a couple other things that I got them going. I'm like, this is really nice. I don't need this. I don't have room for it. And I just didn't want to bother with selling it. It's not worth that much. And figured, put it back in the life cycle. Put it back in the stream, catch and release.
Definitely.
Brian, it's nice that you have a Goodwill that keeps their typewriters there and sells them there.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I haven't done an exhaustive analysis on this, but I think some definitely do and some definitely don't. And I think not all of the ones in the Phoenix area send to the online places.
Well, everyone here in my town sends it away. I could never find one. And my father-in-law works for them, so he's confirmed that that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 56 Goodwills in the Metro Phoenix area, according to the
Holy
last search I
crap.
did.
How many?
Over 50, I think it's.
Wow, you can spend all day just going each one.
Not really. You
Well,
take a
week.
couple of days probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be-
Yeah,
Do you have any typewriters? Okay.
and like 90% of them won't, and then the 10th one will. So
Yeah.
it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
But like this facet I found at a local Goodwill.
Let me zoom in on you.
There it is.
There we go.
It's in the corner.
Oh yeah. Groovy.
This one I found in the wild, and I thought that was pretty awesome.
Nice sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oop. Can't see the sticker. There's a sticker.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah. Co's
So
appearance.
Koa needs his time on camera.
Yeah, he does. He's a star.
Koa's got that sort of Frankenstein style haircut, sort of stands up a bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's not a lot, but when it gets grown out, it looks a little strange.
Yeah.
But when he gets it cut, it's definitely a mohawk for a while. He's got a mustache too.
Oh,
Oh.
mustache is great.
Hard to pick out when it's not freshly cut. Yeah.
People know you're serious and you got a mustache.
Can you see yourself there?
Brian, can you talk more about your touch typing record there?
I've played it on this before. It's
Oh, yeah?
I
Oh, okay.
found it at I don't remember where I got it. I was looking for one for a long time. I'd seen a couple of them in the store with typewriters. I'm like, oh wow, I should get one of those someday. And I didn't see one again for like 3 years. And
Wow.
I saw one, and I snapped it up. But yeah, it's just a series of lessons for touch typing. Exercises, like there's a bunch of exercises with all the left hand, like ASFDAs, ASDF, so forth and so on. And then things in the same row but different columns to kind of get your fingers to go to the right place. Yeah, it's a touch typing record.
Do they have intermediate advanced where it speeds up, where you can hear the typing faster? Is that how it works, or how would you teach it through sound?
To be honest, I haven't been through the whole thing. I listened to it.
I'll have to find it. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Looks cool.
Yeah, I think there's more than one of them. And I think there's some of them are online on YouTube or something. You can find them.
Will
I
do.
think Susan Coover showed a different one.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is probably put out by a department store or one of
Yeah.
the manufacturers as a marketing thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting the Smith Corona one, the touch typing, the 7-day touch typing. I think it came on 7 records, or at least
Oh wow!
sides or whatever. But it was in a like a booklet thing where you get your vinyls
Yeah.
and have each day
Yeah.
in there with different colors.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a nice pickup.
Yeah, then you just need a record player.
Yeah.
I got record players. I'm good with that.
I know you do. I've got to add that to everything else that I.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better just not get started with that, Sean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Like I did staplers because of Brian. I don't need to start doing type.
The whole storage issue. But I blend my records in typewriters. I'll walk the camera over real quick and show you.
I found the record on YouTube, as Brian said,
Ah.
and I shared it in the chat.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, see, perfect balance, feng shui, symmetry.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Records mixed in with typewriters.
Yeah.
One of Bob Marshall's typewriter covers.
Lego typewriter.
Yeah.
Lego typewriter. Oh yeah, I remember on one of the live streams a while back. I think Brian was just getting started on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Brian had it spread out all over his
Yeah.
island there, and he was trying to sort out all the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally got it done. My sister
Yeah.
came over. Well, actually, no. That's when my my daughter came over and we worked on it together, and she got most of it done.
Oh,
I had it like 10% of the way done, and then she got it like 80% of the way done. And I finished it
okay.
up.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I wouldn't have the patience for such a thing. Oh man. Yeah. Very cool. Well, it's so good to see you, Brian and Koa. Yeah. Let's see. I see Christoph hard at work on a typewriter.
Hello.
Hello. What typewriter are you working on today?
Oh,
William knows.
I know.
you. The rear up.
Oh, okay.
The front.
Ah,
Remington International.
International.
I just have a little problem with the pattern to replace. It's difficult to replace, but I had a little space bar issue, but I found it's a very massive office typewriter I found 1 month ago, and I clean it. You can remove the pattern. You can remove everything like an IBM.
wow.
You can remove everything. You can remove this.
Yeah,
It's
that's nice.
cool. I never heard about this machine. I will put the pattern on another time. So I found some new shelves.
Ah. So
They
you
look
can get
great.
more typewriters now, right?
Yeah, I have to buy more shelves because I I
You
am
got to fill
more,
up those shelves now.
and this one is new. Up.
Royal, quite
Royal.
And well,
Quite
yes,
deluxe.
of course. Just need a little clean.
Nice.
earlier. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I gave my my Valentine to a friend. I was in
okay.
Paris last week. So if you have $2,000 to spend in a night in Paris, you can go. You can go into the Best Western Galerie Lafayette hotel in Paris. You will have a very beautiful Valentine inside the hotel.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I show you this one.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very beautiful.
That would
And,
probably be from the 30s, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 1928 or 9, if I
Oh,
remember.
Is that a
Oh,
Royal
okay.
10 or Royal KM?
That'll be a 10, I think.
Not too familiar with the nuances of that particular era of Royal.
This one is special because I had extra pay at work, and I said, okay, I will spend more than €50.
That was a good choice, Christoph.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
very beautiful, works very well. Just need to change the ribbon, and that's good. And next time I have to repair my Remington 16. This is a Remington shelf. And next this one is very big. I booked this shelf in a French shop, but I can put some new things and join the two shelves and
Oh
add
yeah.
more shelves to the build.
So you can
So
expand them.
I will buy the parts this week to continue the shelf.
Yeah.
Put shelves in
Just have
between.
just have a whole wall of typewriters.
Yeah.
They look super sturdy too. Yeah. Very
So
cool.
yeah, it was a good week of and when I boot my my Royal 10, I met an old guy. He spoke with me. He's a member of the. I have to find you the name of the association. It's a National Association of Mechanical Machines Enthusiasts. They have a museum near the city of Poitiers with an 1878 or 76 Remington 1. They have a guy from Switzerland with the famous Nazi Enigma working Enigma.
A working one. Wow. We were just talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Fully restorated.
Wow.
And I think I will subscribe to the association. But they made together before the COVID, but they stopped. But they will make again some new meetings in France in my area, and so I met this guy, and this guy says I want to remove my collections of typewriters. So because he collecting sewing machines and cinema projector. Yes, cinema.
Oh yeah, projectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that you're going to need a lot more shelves.
And yeah. This guy has 150 typewriters.
Wow. Are you guys get rid of all of them?
Sorry?
Is he getting rid of all of them? He's trying to get rid of some of them or all of them?
He will remove part of them.
Oh, okay.
He will keep the most important. But he got 9 Valentines on one white Valentine.
Oh.
A white Valentine and 9 red, or 6 or 7 red Valentines. Very beautiful Hermes 3000 with blue and white colors, very beautiful, and many L.C. Smith, many Remington. Oliver, he got Oliver 2, number 2, number 3, number 6, number 9.
Wow.
Remington 2, Remington 11 or 10 or 11. A lot of Underwoods, a lot of so many typewriters, and very rare stuff. Like I don't know the term in English. I don't remember. It's typewriters who served in boats. It's not in steel. Traduction, attendez. It's bronze. Yeah, bronze. Bronze typewriter will serve in a submarine or in a boat. It's not in steel because rust is extremely rare machine. He got some mignon French mignon typewriters, with the pencil, and so many Germans and too much stuff.
Wow.
So
you're
I
gonna have
will.
to
Sorry.
you're gonna have to try and stay within your budget.
Yeah. No, I will just. I'm interested into a new Valentine because I just gave mine.
Okay. Are you gonna get the white one?
I hope the white one because wow, when I
I
saw.
know. Yeah. 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 You never see those.
And perhaps the Hermes because the Hermes is very, very beautiful. And an Oliver, of course, because I love the Oliver typewriter. So I will see him in next spring to clean. And he got bookkeeping Remington from 1935. The
Oh,
big
wow.
electric, the very big electric. If I have the blah blah blah, where is my photo? I don't know if you will see it. Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
What the?
Oh, yeah. I think you're gonna need more shelves. Oh, man.
This is the second time I saw this machine.
Wow.
What,
Yeah,
there's
that
eight counters on them. Wow.
Remington round from 1985, if I remember. 35, if I remember.
wow.
And this is the rear. I will show you the rear of the machine with the electric motor, the big electric motor.
It would have to have a big motor. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
This
My
is a
goodness.
very, 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 very massive machine, and I don't have place for that.
Yeah, I can see why. It's not only wide, it's deep also. My goodness.
And very, very, very heavy.
It
It's
looks
not,
like it.
I don't know.
It almost looks like it's cast iron or something. It's yeah, very, very sturdy, I'm sure.
Is that also a teletyper or a punch tape typer?
Sorry?
Is that machine also a teletyper, like a telex typewriter, or does it create punch tape?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
Okay.
The only thing I know about this, they said it's a bookkeeper for very very big books of contability in
For journal
the
writing.
factories.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it has other capabilities as well, because and it seems like a lot just for accounting. Yeah. My goodness, that machine frightens me actually.
And the next one will be a Selectric 2 in black color because I need more
Nice.
parts. I need more parts for the
Oh,
my red. I don't know if I show you where is my light? The letters.
oh,
Angstrom.
Swedish Selectric 2. This one works. This one is totally broken, totally out of order, but I will play with move some parts to check how it works. This one, because this one is totally broken. So winter is here. I have time. So I have some interesting options. These wells here. I remember somebody talked about these wells. It's some options on Selectric. So I will buy the black. The black is like this one, but in better shape, in better condition.
yeah.
So I will continue my my
Wow.
beautiful international.
Yeah, that's
I booked some ribbon. Oof. And I found some IBM cartridges.
okay. That's good.
Christoph,
so-
I have a question
Yeah.
for you. When you were talking to the gentleman who had the Enigma, did you see the Enigma? Was it there when you met them, or was it just talking about it?
Not yet. I just saw the. I talked with the guy, and he showed me on his iPad all the meetings he made with him. He made the meetings in entire France, and there was Enigma on the table.
Wow.
I think I will probably meet him. I don't know, next year. I don't know if I made some exhibits, perhaps. No, I have interesting machine to show to the people. I think.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who collect typewriters love the first era of the machines, the first machines, the most valuable, the most rare, the most etc. And I love the second era of typewriters from the Second World War to the end, to the computer era.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting because you have more plastic, more electric, more electronic, and this is people don't like these typewriters. For the moment, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
The Remington International is an office, professional office. I don't know what with this option. I don't know what it is, but that's funny. It's very massive. It's take a lot of place, a very lot of place. People don't like massive typewriters, and I love big typewriters.
Oh
You
man.
can't deny.
Yeah.
This is why I say yes or no about the bookkeeping. But
Yeah.
I don't know where I will stock the bookkeeper machine.
Yeah.
It's too much massive.
Yep. Oh man. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for showing that, Christoph.
Okay, but sorry. Thank you. And
Yeah,
have a nice talk, everybody.
Yes.
I will continue my work.
Yes. Back to work.
I just finished a good cleaning, not a big cleaning, but I just have to buy some glue because I have a little part who needs glue. And I finished the cleaning. I just have to put some new ribbon, and I think it will work.
Nice. Excellent. All right. I'm wondering what typewriter Sean has there. I like catching people in the middle of doing something and
Yeah,
interrupt them.
I wasn't doing anything important. It was it's a
Okay,
Remington
good.
5
Okay.
that I had
Nice.
on last night. So that's a Canadian 5.
Nice.
So it's got the British Empire mark, a British Empire product. Made by Remington in Canada, and types well. So it seems to be Remington
Very
Day
nice.
here, or at least between Christoph and myself. But
Sean, does a Canadian typewriter have an EH key?
Yes, right here. No. No, you have to just go old fashioned. You have to type out EH and then period, backspace, apostrophe.
There you go.
It's a little old school.
Yeah. There should be an accent mark shaped like a cruller that you can use for that.
Yeah. I got a pound. The beauty of pre-war Canadian portables is they include both the British pound and the US dollar mark. Because, we both were happening.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Now, that kind isn't the kind that raises the type bars, right? They're just normally flat like that.
So this is the later model, but like you didn't have to raise them all up. They just
correct.
swing they do swing right over.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a 3, but onwards.
Yeah.
I have a question for the group. So what's the on what Remington typewriters did that happen? Did they do that? Did they have the swing up keys?
1s and 2s.
1s and 2s. So what's the difference between a 1 and a 2? Like, what's the biggest and nicest one I can get?
Just some improvements. I think Ted can probably shed more light. I mean, Richard Polt's got a big thing on his website that sort of explains the differences, but
yeah, you want to read that because as far as I know, the number 2 only differs from the number 1, and like some of them have an extra shift key, and there's bar protectors that come out the sides.
I got you.
Instead of in the number 1 where it doesn't have any protection at all for those type bars if they're swung up.
Yeah, that's right.
On the number 2, it has these big like cast iron, or not cast iron, but cast metal.
Steel, yeah.
Kind of guards that swing up with the type bars, and they protect.
They look like little reverse question marks.
Yeah. See, the one I have doesn't have those. It's a number 1 Monarch.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, I'm just thinking I got rid of the Hermes 3000 that was in this desk that swivels down.
Mm-hmm.
So get one that swivels up, and I can raise the type bars up too.
Yeah. There's a lot of interaction to be had with that.
Yeah. I can. I'll get my desk make the Transformers sound.
Yep. Get fresh rubber on it if you get one, because they are so good when they have fresh rubber on them.
Nice.
The mechanism is very simple and very thwacky.
Yeah.
And with fresh rubber, it's an amazing experience.
Diane's got something. What do you have, Diane?
Diane's got a
there you go.
2.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, and with bad old rubber, they are very thwacky, but you can still
Yeah.
enjoy some
It's
torque
very
with
dirty.
And
Is
very
that a
dirty.
number 2?
That's a 2.
Those are what you're talking about, though, right? Those
Yes,
hook
yes.
things.
Those question mark things on each side, yeah, to protect it.
The shepherd's crooks.
Yes, that'd be
Oh.
Almost looks like shepherd's crooks to herd the tight bars in.
yeah, there you go. I like
All right, well,
that.
thank you. That answers my question.
Very cool.
Yeah, that would be
I
that would
have
be
a
super
quick
disappointing.
unboxing, if you want to call it that.
Oh,
Oh,
2 in
Let's
one
see
day.
it.
Wow, it's not even Christmas yet.
Yeah,
I
but it's not a
know.
typewriter. It's a pen, but
Oh.
still.
Good enough.
U.S. mail type pen. Cool.
is that one of those? What is it? Retro 51 or whatever?
It is.
Ah,
And now I'm gonna have this stuff clinging to my hand.
yeah.
Ah, yuck.
I was given a Remington number 1 a while ago, which, as far as I can tell, it is now an official antique because it is 100 years old,
Neat.
but it is in terrible shape.
Oh, it's the
Uh,
Halloween one, huh? That's great.
It's the spooky one.
Hold it up. There you go.
I have those stamps. Those are great.
And it's like it even has a funky finial here. If I can get it out of here.
It looks
There
like
it
a
goes.
Ziploc. Is it? Oh, okay.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh.
And supposedly the yellow one glows in the dark, which is kind of cool because the outside of the
Oh yeah.
box
Oh.
has that. That's this is based on I can't get myself to actually use these. They're just too cool looking,
These are stamps.
Very cool.
Kind of like when I was in the US, I went to the post office and happened to see a sheet of the Star Wars droids stamps. So I
Oh yeah.
had to buy a sheet of those.
Oh yeah.
I'll never use them, but I just wanted a sheet of them.
So Diane, is that a ballpoint, gel, or
it's a roller ball, I think.
rollerball? Okay, that's what I meant.
I think
rollerball.
it's a retro 51. Rollerball reminder.
Okay.
That's what it says on the inside.
What's the
Oh,
serial
okay.
number?
The serial number is 0683.
Ooh.
So
That's
yes,
great.
there
They-
actually
they
is
only made-
serial-
They've only
It
made
does actually-
1,031 of those.
Oh, is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're limited to 1,031.
Oh,
Yeah,
I get it.
1031.
Yeah, for 1031. Yeah. I was just like, oh, so it's so cool, and I'm debating whether or not I'll use it. It's too cool not to use, actually.
Yeah.
I imagine you can get refills for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
Definitely.
anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys.
Yeah, that's very cool. Very
Since
cool.
I saw, I saw Ted's unboxing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm yeah. I wasn't ready to be on yet.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
But anyway, well, thank you. I can't stay too late today. I have something to go to at 1:00,
Okay.
so I gotta leave pretty soon.
Diane, I have something to show you from
Oh.
last week. I found what we were talking about. These
Oh,
are
did you?
technically called volumes 4, but these are the
Uh-huh.
Blackwing Mars pencils
Oh yeah.
that I was telling you about. But yeah, these, I guess they're called Mars because of the color.
Because
But
the red,
they
yeah.
were released in 2020, and they have a cool flight plan, I guess, for the Voyager. But yeah, I found this in a bookstore that had no idea what they were sitting on, so I bought 2 boxes for like a total of $30.
Oh my.
Cool.
Blackwing
I
sighting.
think yeah,
Okay.
and for those that don't collect these, they are super hot. The Blackwing, like one of these can go for like $7 or $8. A pencil, a single pencil.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I love using them. I used them before I knew that they were worth something. Like maybe I shouldn't have sharpened that one, but I do like using the Blackwings. They're really good pencils, and I'm sure that's why they're so popular.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So are those of different hardnesses of the lead, or?
I think it has to do with the quality of the wood more than anything. But yeah, the lead is pretty good. I'm not sure what the
It varies, I think.
graphite is. It's a soft. Yeah.
To be or not to be?
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
I try to beat you to the punch, William.
Yeah,
I know.
Said Hamlet to Ophelia.
Danielle has one. There we go.
Limited
Yeah, that's
edition that I-
that's the one I like using, the 602. Those are good pencils.
602, which is supposed to be easy to push. So the whole thing is half the pressure, twice the speed. That's written in
Oh, okay.
in that. Well, actually, it's upside down. I don't know, but
We can read it.
No, we see it correct.
It's right to us.
okay, good. And so I bought. No, let me rephrase that. I recently bought some new ones. You can't get the 602 anymore, but I got a box of 602 as a gift from my wife, and it's like they're very precious. And one of them is that long now. So that's
Well.
how much.
So they're getting some use.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Excellent. Excellent. Good to see you, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to see people too. And hello, William, with your festive hat.
Yeah. Diane, you have a kiss pencil?
I saw that.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I mean, not pencil. Pen.
it's another pen.
Pen, yeah, pen. That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
meant.
another one of these retro 51 things. And
How many of those do you have?
yeah, I don't have very many. I think I have a dog cat rescue one. I got this out in New
Aw.
Mexico whenever I visited Joe.
Oh, excellent.
And I have the Operation Kindness.
Oh, I love that one.
So
Like little kitty cats on it.
yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I'm very curious about those. Well, in particular the fountain pen version of those. But they're not cheap. So I've been holding off, but I've been on a TWSBI kick, so I'm insane over TWSBIs.
Which
Monte
one?
Verdes also. What's
Which
that?
TWSBI?
Most recently the Eco. I basically went insane on getting the Eco.
Yeah, they're a good pen.
I
quite a
have
few
most of
those
the
myself.
colors. Yeah. I love the Broad. The Broad is my absolute favorite. That might be one of my absolute favorite pens. It's just
I agree with you, Gregory. I buy those 1.1 nibs for almost everything now. I love them.
yeah, definitely. And they have that one. It's called Jade, but
It's this one.
yeah, it's pretty close to Hermes, I think. Pretty close.
This is not all, just a subset of what I can grab
Now,
easily.
is the one in the middle an Eco T, or is it
No,
the
all these are ecos.
Okay, because I don't think they have that green one available anymore.
The jade.
No, the
Yeah,
one
that
in the
was-
middle.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the transparent ones or whatever they call them. I don't know. I thought they were cool. So
Yeah, I have the blue, and I think I have another color, but I have the transparent yellow, but I haven't seen the transparent green. I would totally buy that one. That must have been a limited edition one.
No, they're all normal.
Oh, they are?
Yep. That ink looks awful pale.
Well, that's because it's water. I emptied it out and and I put water. I should have cleaned them sooner, but I put water in them in lieu of
Okay.
that.
That makes sense
Oh,
now.
okay.
So yeah, it's not ink, it's just water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
So
I don't clean my pens as frequently as I should.
Uh,
Who does? Well, the beauty of the
Yeah.
Twisbies is you don't really have to clean them that much. I mean, they stay nice and wet, even with like the cap seal just perfectly. I've misplaced a Eco Twisby that I forgot about for about over a year. And when I found it, I was like, oh, opened it up and yeah, it started writing. It was good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love those. Oh man. So
Wait,
good.
what did you call that pen? An Eco Frisbee?
No,
Twisby.
TWSBI.
Frisbee. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's a Taiwanese company, and then
Uh-huh.
yeah, that particular model is the Eco, which is their cheapest is sort of a wrong thing to say because it makes it sound like it's cheap, but it's the most reasonably priced Twisby, and they're really fundamentally the best Twisbies.
Okay.
Well, they do have the Twisby Go, but
Yeah. And they got higher level versions and all sorts of stuff, but they start costing, at least in Canada, a couple $100. And
Oh my.
I was curious, so I looked it up for all those that are also curious. It stands for the phrase Hall of Three Cultures, or San Wen Tong in Chinese.
oh, interesting.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
that's the symbol on the
Very cool.
top.
Ah,
Representative of
got
that.
it, got it. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I see Ted is taking a break from typing. I'm curious to hear what he thought of the typing experience on his new typewriter.
I love it.
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
so I don't have any problem with my pinkies
Yeah.
because I don't use my pinkies.
Ah, there you. Oh yeah, you do the.
I do
What is
this.
it? Yeah, the.
So it's like I have no problem with carriage shifts. So
Yeah, yeah.
pondering what I'm going to write in her letter.
Cool, cool.
Episode 1 of correspondence because she has begun correspondence with me.
Yeah. She'll probably have to buy a CD player, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I do: is I make people buy CD players.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Get a little mini CD with every letter.
I
Yeah.
already had a CD player, but I bought another one just for you.
Oh.
It wasn't displaying the text right.
Oh yeah, the CD
Oh.
text. Yes, yeah.
Got
I
one
actually,
for that.
I actually spend the time to put in all the CD text information.
Wow.
Last one you sent was very good. Everything read really nice.
Passion and time into my product.
Yeah.
It shows.
Yeah.
It really shows.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got let's see. This is, I got 2 typewriters and 2 letters in like 2 or 3 days. And so I've got like a stack of mail that I'm working on that, see, I got a poodle Polaroid here.
Oh.
Let's see, and I got a sticker too, but I'm going to use that to seal up an envelope. And you're getting Guth's Time in Texas mix.
Ooh, neat.
Oh.
I'm starting to mix it up and send mixtapes that other people have sent me to other people who have sent me mixtapes. So you can get
Because you digitize them, right?
yeah, I sample them all, so I have copies.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'll let
And
that
then you share the wealth.
experience go on to someone else who enjoys
Yeah.
mixtapes.
Yeah, definitely,
You'll
definitely.
experience of what someone else likes.
Very cool. Well, I'm so glad that typewriter is to your liking.
It is
And
very much.
Both those typewriters are very well deserved because you do a lot for us. So
I have been a good boy. I didn't buy any typewriters this year. Not a single one.
Well, there you go.
I consider this my gift of the gods to
Yeah, exactly.
reward me for my patience and
Yeah.
It's your Volcano tribute.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes you gotta give up. See, I saw this like first year of production brother JP1 in a thrift store. I don't know if you ran into it. No, you're out of my thrift store range.
No, our areas don't overlap.
Yeah, it was at a Deseret,
Yeah.
sitting in their glass case.
Mhm.
And they wanted $75 for it at first. And I was like, can't do it. Then they wanted $50 for it. I was like, when it gets down to 25, I might break my vow. But it was gone by next time I went. So
Okay.
I was very sad. Had a nice wire loop, paper rust, and everything.
Wow.
Steel, not a plastic lid, it had the steel lid.
Yeah.
So I was,
Oh well, it's going to a better place.
but this is better.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Exactly.
What does the little sticker say under Olympia?
And it says L.H. Adams, Bryan Business Machine Company, 429 South Main Street, Bryan, Texas, dial 21328.
Nice.
So
Got a
Cool.
lot of old dealer stickers.
Yeah, me
old
too.
dealer sticker, and they stuck it on nice and it's straight.
Very
So
nice.
that's not coming off.
No,
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I like keeping the original plates on as long as they look good. Like I got this
Yeah.
Remington Quiet Rider once that had the plate stuck on underneath the Quiet Rider, and it covered like the brighter part of the logo. It was
Oh.
crooked, and I was
Oh.
like, that's coming off.
Yeah.
So is that dealer label foil or metal?
It's metal. Looks like, yeah, it's a pretty thick metal
It looked
applicator.
thick, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
Kind of a brushed steel look.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's nice. Looks good.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
love those. Yeah, I love those dealer stickers. I think I mentioned I have a typewriter that actually had a dealer sticker from a typewriter shop that used to be in Riverside. So
Mhm.
I cherish that one. Yeah.
I'm wondering if at some point, it's not going to be me that does this, but somebody needs to start collecting pictures of all these dealer
Ooh.
plates.
I started a thread on Facebook. There's quite a few posts showing
Yeah, so
them.
there needs to be someone that like goes through and actually just starts like collecting all pictures of the plates and like geolocating them and saying this is where that was, and you know,
Oh wow.
That'd be
I
pretty
like that
cool.
idea.
database of X typewriter companies based on the dealer
Yeah.
plates.
And the years of operation. You know, I've got a 1941 Royal that has one, and I was at first thinking, "Wow, this one's been on here since that store opened." But you know, that was pretty naive as a collector, and realized that it probably got serviced, and then the
Mhm.
sticker was on it. But yeah, it was fascinating to learn more about that company and how long
Hey,
they
Ted.
lasted.
Ted, is that a NAMDA sticker on your machine?
It is not. It doesn't have the NAMDA logo on it.
Oh, okay. I recall Dwayne Jensen telling me that's kind of a rarity just to find those too.
I have seen it on
Wow.
dealer stickers, but you had to have been a NAMDA member
Uh-huh.
to get that. That was part of your perks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have one of my Olympia SG1s has that on it.
Mhm. And I don't know that it was widely used because NAMDA is a dealers association. So like
Oh.
your average customer is not going to know anything about NAMDA.
Mhm.
So I'm sure a lot of dealers were NAMDA members, but just didn't put the logo on the thing. Yeah, there's a nice one.
Association more than anything else.
Now, I ended up with two different typewriters from two different eBay sellers, both with this same dealer sticker on them,
Oh wow.
which I thought was kind of interesting. So
Yeah.
they obviously got sold in that place, moved around, and I ended up with them.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why companies named themselves AAA blah blah blah?
So they'd be first.
in the phone book.
Top of the phone.
Yep.
There's
So-
the dead technology.
So Ted, those
Yeah.
those pictures could be in the typewriter database just as one of the pictures of the typewriter.
Yeah.
And you just have to have a flag on it that says it's a label,
Dealer flag, yeah.
and then all that can happen on your back end.
And then maybe you can have a page of all those.
You just said it wouldn't be you, so that's
No, it wouldn't be me. Somebody else has got to do this stuff. I can't be the only one dusting.
well. See, now if I did it, I'd want to have what kind of typewriter it is and what year it is and the serial number, and then you got most of what you've got.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
So if you just add one more flag, it's got a picture.
Can't be throwing out ideas like this.
Well, that's a good idea because you know you have your picture of the front view and then the typeface sample, and those two are kind of like in the database, kind of, and then you need a third photo, which is like the label, and then they could be sorted.
I suppose I could. That wouldn't really be too hard to do.
If we twist your arm strong enough.
Yeah.
People.
You people and your ideas. God darn it.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. There's a number sticker.
Company.
That's obviously a more recent label because it has the 7-digit phone number, not just
there you go.
Yep.
5.
Oh, you're right.
Well, I mean, NAMDA operated up till at least 1986. I'm pretty sure past that. So.
Excellent. Take a photo of this one.
Very cool.
Yep, Ken. I see you in the chat.
No comment, Ken. I don't know about this want to business, but I am curious about it. It is nice to see all the different stickers. Or what are they technically called? Tags or?
I call them dealer tags.
But... I hope this shows well.
Oh yeah, Richard Equipment.
Because
Donnacona.
What's the street name?
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Saint Jacques, right? Saint Joseph.
What does it say right above that? I won't even try. I don't even want to attempt what it reads right above that. What does
everything
it say?
For the, everything for the office.
Everything for the office.
Yep.
And then it's in Donnacona, which is which is a like a Abenaki name, or maybe it's maybe because it's closer to Quebec City. It's more. I have a blank now, but that's the village.
So okay.
And that's my SM9. That's on my Olympia SM9 1972. And that is a sticker. That is clearly like a clear sticker with that. And I do have, I have a number of them. I have a number of typewriters from here, from Ottawa, with the Ottawa sellers. So that I have the 3 main typewriter shops in my collection, like on my machines in my collection. And then I have some from Montreal. And I have some from further down in the countryside, like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love those labels. The only one that I regret not having a label is my dad's Remington Model 5 Deluxe portable, which is a 1940 model made in Canada. And that's because, well, I suppose, all right, because I will never know, but my dad bought that as a refurbished typewriter in the early 60s. And maybe when they refurbished it, they removed the original label. I'm not sure if it was a decal or if it was a label, but it has no label. But I know where it was bought, refurbished. It was bought in Longueuil on the south shore of Montreal. But it doesn't have any label to been reconditioned by, or that would have been nice. But it's not there. Yeah. And I've seen on the typewriter database some typewriters from Canadian collectors where the typewriter shop was the one that was one corner away from my street when I was young and living in Longueuil. So that typewriter shop was just around the corner, and I've seen some of those typewriters end up on the typewriter database, and so I I was like, hey, oh, wouldn't that be cool if I could find one of those?
Yeah.
And those collectors don't want to sell me one of their machines, so.
Oh. I was excited to see you recently scored a binding machine.
Yeah. Thank you for your comments. So that was a
Yeah.
surprise. I went to one of the thrift stores that's in this neighborhood here, because we live close to a very busy commercial road, and on the commercial road there's many businesses, and that's also where there are some thrift shops. And I usually go to that thrift shop for one thing, which I usually get lucky with, and it's vintage paper. And I did find vintage paper, like a pad like this from Switzerland. It's linen. It's very nice. It's almost full. Pad of very
Nice.
fine linen in
Okay, people, lovely.
A4 size. So not letter size, but A4 size, which is more like what Olympia likes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Metric. And I scored vintage airmail.
Ooh,
Those are fun.
And
nice.
Oh, nice.
that company, Hilroy, was Canadian. They still sell. It's still Canadian, but it's been bought by an American company. And I actually had found at the same place. That wasn't Friday, but I actually took it out to just show that I found Hilroy last Friday, and I had found Hilroy typewriter paper. Like special, my hand is on it. It says here typewriter paper, vintage one from the same place. And there's another little package of paper with envelopes with a pigeon.
Oh,
pigeon.
nice.
So I went in and found all this paper, and then I turned into the furniture section, and I find on the floor there's that punching and binding machine. I showed that on our website, the manual. There's a binding machine, and it's sitting on top of a banker's box, and in the banker's box it's full of the bindings and covers. And that machine was $10, and all of the paper that I bought was $10. So for $20 I got all of this at on Friday. So I really got lucky that time.
Yeah.
And I wanted that machine for some time, and
What machine was it again?
it's a binding.
Oh, I'm sorry.
comb-
Yeah.
It's a
Comb binding.
machine, like those spiral things. I think
it's actually comb. I think it's actually comb binding, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
comb binding. Maybe that's.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And so you had a box full of all the combs.
All of those, yeah. And it
Plastic
came.
combs, yeah.
It came with like this little handy ruler to know which size of the binding that you need based on the thickness of the paper. And I just noticed yesterday that finally I have a ruler with the numbers are at the bottom edge, and the
Yeah.
sitting at the bottom edge.
You were
So that's
talking
what
about
I
that.
want for my typewriter, but this is for the binding machine. Yeah, it's in good condition, although it's a bit older. And I don't know if I'll need to sharpen the knives. I hope not. But
It doesn't use knives. It uses like they're
It's a
metal
punch.
squares. They're punchers, so they don't really have an edge.
well, it's
Okay.
a die.
Mhm.
It's like a die in metal when you're punching.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing, but you can. I have a cat fight taking place behind me. I'm just gonna separate those two, and
I know what
It's
that's
a bit of
like.
a fight for the best place on the sofa.
Oh,
Um, and no, but you're right, Ted. Maybe I don't even need to do anything because
No,
it's
we
fine.
had one. We used it industrially at the print shop, and we would do
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of cone bindings, and I never had to worry about sharpening it. So
yeah.
That's a good indication because of the volume that you go through
yeah,
commercially.
it's an industrial
Yeah.
machine, really.
Yeah.
It's for the office.
It's kind of like, how often do you have to sharpen the punches on a hole punch?
Exactly.
Table
Yeah.
hole punch.
Same difference.
Yeah.
I find it's a good question, William, but I find that the hole punches that were purchased maybe in the last 20 years at the office did not hold their sharpness very much.
Or
And
quality
they were-
steel.
Yeah.
and the old ones that from the 1980s that were in the office were still punching better
Yep.
than the newer one.
Yep.
So quality of the steel
Mhm.
and hardness and the quality of manufacturing, the tolerance of the diameter of the punch to the hole diameter and all of this, all of those are important. So the quality is very important. So that machine is a bit older, and I was thinking that's good. It's a good thing. It's an all steel machine. There's like just the handle is plastic. It's a hard plastic, but everything else is very, very sturdy. And yesterday I was just doing a few pages and stunk. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Mhm.
Nice.
It's one of
Yeah,
those
I
things.
was.
It's not a typewriter, but it kind of it is something that I've been wanting
It's
Yeah.
in relationship with.
it's an office related tool.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
definitely.
Correct.
And yeah, we hear a lot about people using their typewriters for journaling. That would be an excellent tool to bind their journal then.
Yeah, and that's the idea, right? It's actually
Yeah.
I keep a photocopy of all of the letters I send, and so I'm thinking of binding them because they're
Yeah.
organizing them that way to bind them and having and journaling and whatever. Plus, I have other pieces of documentation I found on the internet on machinery and machine tools, which are
Yeah.
PDFs from different websites. There's a vintagemachinery.org in the US, which is a huge database of woodworking and metalworking machinery. And you can download some manuals for some of my machines there. And I've posted some manuals from my own machines there as well. But you make photocopies, you print them. No, sorry, you print them and then you can bind them. It makes a neat copy of the manual to keep. So anyway, it's just that maybe I always loved those machines at the office when we had to do documents for a certain project conclusion and everything. I used to like to go and ask the admins to bind those things, and if they weren't able to do it, I would stay overtime and then do it.
Yeah.
Not charge overtime. I was just stay
Yeah.
after work, not charge overtime, and just do it myself because I like it so much. And it's
Yeah.
bound and neat like that.
Yeah. I was very excited when you showed that because I would have I would have cried out if I
Yeah,
if
you
I had
said
seen that in a thrift store.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what I did though. I think you said I grabbed it and run to the cash and as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, and I had the paper in the papers in my hands and all this,
Yeah.
and I just quickly grabbed it and went to
Yeah.
the cash. I said,
Yeah, because
okay, like this is meant.
especially the fact that it has all the accessories and the supplies for it. That's that's a
It's a
great
lot of
find.
bindings. It's a banker's box full of different
Yeah.
sizes.
Oh my.
There's smaller
Yeah.
boxes inside the banker's box with different
Wow.
sizes. I'm not sure I'm going to ever use the 2-inch size, but there's quite a lot of the smaller ones too.
As secretary of the local Fish and Game Association, I've been doing up all the minutes since the year 2000 and putting them into comb bound folders of 5-year groups. So I got 2000 to 04, 05 to 99. No, 19. And so,
Okay.
yeah. But I do have those professionally come bound at the local press, because they can also add the clear critical vinyl covers to it as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Daniel, you said it also came with some of the covers. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, with the one set of covers, you have
Okay.
the clear and the bottom. Like so
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
punched.
They're
So
letter size.
they are all letter size, correct? What I got
Okay.
was letter size,
Okay.
which is
Yeah, that's perfect.
fine with me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's awesome.
Daniela,
That's awesome.
I like using my wide carriages. I'm a big fan of using wide carriages with a wide paper. And I have been trying to find this paper. I just found a whole supply of it for $5, but this is really nice ledger paper. I've showed this off before. William showed one too. I like it how it has a watermark inside of it too. But I like using the actual ledger, but it's difficult to find pages that are punched this way. So I made my own punch.
Oh, cool.
For putting pages in. It's not perfect, but I just glued down 2 of these larger punches that you can find online. And let me see if I can find an example here. I usually add it when I'm writing a letter and need to add in a page. So here's the punches. This one I wrote on back of a envelope, but yeah, it's worked out pretty well for me. Since we're on the
Excellent.
subject of hole punching.
Yeah, yeah.
And honestly,
Definitely.
I'm not surprised that this group talks about hole punching from time to time, really.
Of course. Yeah. It's all about paper. Putting ink on paper in various ways and
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
and
found
you've shown your binding before, and I'm quite impressed with you coming up with such a nice
yeah.
system that you
And-
did.
so these are gorgeous leathers with the fake leather or vinyl front. I just got another one. I don't need any more, but it came with paper that equaled about 2.5 inches worth.
Oh
It was
wow.
this big, full of paper. I got for $5 plus $16 shipping.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I like using. I know this is not for everybody. It's quite intimidating and large, but for me, it works out really well. And I've got added in different tabs. So I know, for instance, I got one for November and I just started one for December. So eventually, I don't know when I'll stop with this new one. I might have 2.5 inches of journaling in it. But I tend to, my goal is to fill out a page of this a day. I add sketches and whatnot. But here's my little Corona 3 robot I was creating.
Oh cool. Turn it into a
It looks really
sticker.
nice. It looks really nice.
Do you guys mind if I show you my Corona 3? I did some work on it.
Please do. We like seeing
Yeah.
typewriters.
Yeah.
I showed this off when I when I first got it. This is my foldable. Really like it, but it has some residue on the bottom of the lid that the actual front flap had broken off. So I first tried to get the residue off, and that didn't work so well. And so instead, I just covered it with a patch, a leather patch that you can get for car seats, for car tears and whatnot. And it worked pretty well. But I
Is
kept
the original, sorry to interrupt you, is the original black kind of like buckram that's used for books, book covers, and
it's
like
very
library
fascinating.
books?
It's well, I'm not sure if we can pick it up on camera, but it's got that line work.
textured finish.
Yeah, the texture, the junk that someone had taped the lid at the bottom a long time ago, so even the residue was old. But I had this vision of a bicolor look, so I carried it on inside the case. Do I need the key? All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. So
Okay, I'll drop.
I added
Don't drop it.
felt in both the bottom and the top to really
Nice.
just make it look nice, because had that, it's still all there. I used some archival glue, so if anyone down the line says, no, this is horrible, I'm removing it, it could be removed. But
Good.
I liked, so it's red on bottom, black on top.
Yeah.
I had a lot
That's
of good fun.
beautiful.
I've only got one section left to do, but these lids are an interesting design. You know, they design it so you can open it up and type while it's in the box, but
Yeah.
the weakest link of this design is right here.
Yeah.
And along with that, I found this on eBay. I had to pick it up. I live in Oregon. So I found this National Geographic ad about traveling, about this guy who had a job. He had to travel to all of the different locations for the Washington, Oregon Telephone Company, doing a property inventory. And so he brought his Corona. You can see someone sitting in the back with the Corona on a tripod, driving across the state of Oregon, just where I live, right underneath the Corona. So I thought this would be appropriate for the wall. The funny thing is I've looked at everything. I'm really good at researching online. I looked up the guy's name that's mentioned. I looked up the company. I found the company at least, but I can't find any of this information. So my theory is either Corona made up the story to advertise it, or they just got a letter from the guy and they based it off of that. But it'd be fascinating to hear about this guy's story, driving 1,400 miles around Oregon and Washington with his Corona, taking notes for the company. But yeah, I'm glad I picked this up. And I also got this. I've been collecting letterheads to use for sending out to TypePal members. And so I scanned this one. This is a receipt for a rubber stamp from December of 1901. And it's hard to read, but at the bottom here it says, build on a Oliver typewriter, the newest and best machine ever made. And I really liked it. Yeah, it has a stamp here for receiving, which is December 1st, 1901, and then a nice stamp here from paid. They owed a whole 71 cents for their. There is nothing used by an office, bank, or typewriter that we don't supply.
Wow.
And I scanned it, made it white, and I made it so I can type below it. And I made a modification to the top, but I'll let others who receive it try to find that Easter egg.
There you go.
But yeah, I was hoping to show off an Oliver today, but you know, it's the apparently when I purchased it through Goodwill, it was around a time where their shipping services crashed. So I have no shipping information. I have no idea if it'll arrive in the next 5 minutes or next week. But doing the math, it should arrive today, an Oliver 9. And we'll see if it's how many pieces it's in.
Oh, well, you know, there's some pieces to it because it was like an extra platen. Yeah, extra carriage.
2 extra carriages, 2 extra face plates. It was like the reason I got that rather than something else, I figured if something's wrong with it, I'll have the extra tools to actually make one good machine out of all of it. Hopefully. But yeah,
you can find out what the which platen is the best.
Yeah, Sean, I looked up what you're talking about. I didn't realize, you know, I don't know anything about Olivers yet. Well, I know a lot, but I'm waiting for the machine itself so I can wrap all that knowledge into it. But yeah, I was curious. I'm very curious on what kind of typeface it has. Was it called print type?
Yeah, print types. They're, I don't know, Congressy-ish style, a little bit of a thicker lettering versus your standard, you know, pica, whatever I got this thing about pica now. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully it's print type. Print type's obviously the coolest of the Oliver.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Oliver typepieces.
I think they were trying to aim for something that looks like it's printed.
Well, it was an office typewriter, right? It's the Oliver's value was as a office typewriter in locations which required a lot of replication through carbons for other copies. It did have a record. I can't remember where the link is. I've got it saved somewhere on my computer, that the Oliver was the best typewriter for like smacking through like 80 million carbons and copies at the time, where other typewriters couldn't get through as many, just because of its design smacking down. It was just much more efficient as an office typewriter in those kinds of situations. So nobody ever bought those for home use.
No, it doesn't look like that. I like looking at a page that shows all of the authors that have used which typewriter they've used. I forgot which database it's on, but every time I get a typewriter, I like looking through it. And I just searched for Oliver, and like of the hundreds of authors, there was only like 4 or 5 that used an Oliver regularly to write. I imagine it's not exactly a fun machine to use all the time, but it's certainly a fun machine to look at.
It's very fun to type on because of the sound, and the problem is you stop looking at what you're typing and you start looking at the typewriter doing it. Before you know it, you're spelled everything wrong and nothing makes sense.
I haven't made a video with my bell because I like the bell so much on it. But that that print type is in gold lettering on mine. It says it just like it says Oliver and it says print type, and it might be worn off, but you can tell just by looking at that it's print type even.
Well, Larry, you may have missed it last time I showed pictures of what I bought off of Goodwill, and it's the machine plus 2 faces and 2 carriages. So there's, because it has interchangeable carriages, and one says print type and the other one does not. So, I'm curious on which, if either of them had come with the original machine. And there's a lot of answers to be found once this arrives. So I've been like, is it here yet? Is it here? So who knows? If I had a tracking number, I wouldn't be so anxious about it. But every time a car goes by with studded tires, I'm like, oh, here's the UPS truck or FedEx truck. But I was hoping it would arrive. I was hoping it would arrive yesterday. Today, 3 inches of snow is dropping today, so it's, who knows? But
I love my Oliver, but the only thing about it is that I think it's my oldest machine too. It's a 1915, and the platen probably is from 1915. It's the hardest platen I have, and I just haven't been able to. It's easy to take the carriage off of that machine. That's the great thing. I just haven't got around to it, and it's like I'm always spending money on something else. So.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to invest in this one. I'm going to invest a lot of time. I know that. I've been looking for a machine that I can work on and maybe take it all apart, put it back together. And this will be my oldest machine as well. I don't know. It probably would need a new platen, but I've already dropped. I have a collection of 10. I use half of them, and of those, 3 of them have new platens. So I don't know. It's addicting, because when you do get a new platen, it's like, wow, this is a new machine. This is the last link. It's like having a really nice car and putting on new tires.
That's
it's
exactly
like, whoa,
what I say.
okay, yeah. So it's addicting to wait those 3 weeks for a new platen. Like, okay, new machine coming my way. So I might do that with the Oliver. We'll see. JJ services have been really good to me.
Another interesting fact I heard about the Oliver typewriter, or the Batwings one, is the British Army requested that Oliver make a whole bunch of those for their operations in the desert, because the Batwing Olivers were far less susceptible to getting sand and dirt into the mechanism than the segment machines were.
That's
interesting.
That's what I wasn't gonna refer to the Army, but the great thing about it is you could like take motor oil and pour over it literally, and it'll work better.
William, I know that there are, reading into the history of Oliver, there was the American Olivers, and then eventually they sold it off and they became British. However, if I understand it right, the even numbers were sent overseas. So like an Oliver 8 was made for Britain, or is that Is that my understanding? Is that correct? I don't know.
I don't know. I cannot speak to that.
I'd be curious. We had someone else, Christoph was mentioning an Oliver. I'm curious on which one. I'm assuming that he was referring to the portable models.
But I
But
know
I am
that
very
if you,
curious on how many of the larger models will be found in Europe.
if you ever seen the movie, The King's Speech, the speech therapist uses an Oliver Visible or an Oliver Battering typewriter in his office.
I'll have to watch that again.
Ah,
I was
So-
watching
so- Yeah.
a show called something Quest.
Sequest, Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's it's a show about game designers, like kind of The Office, but it takes place
Okay.
something Quest. But they had a flashback episode I was watching last night. It had 5 different models of mid-century modern.
oh,
I like watching shows to see the typewriters. My wife gets annoyed
Exactly.
with it, but I'm like, I own 2 of them in this show. This is great. It's like, she's like, I don't care. We're watching the show. Now I got to think of the name. I hate it when you know the second name, but not the first. It's hard to look up.
Yeah.
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 Ken, how are you doing?
Oh, doing good.
Good.
This is chapter 2 of the Teresa typewriters. Graciously, Ted Monk passed that other one on to me. So I told Teresa, Ted, he had dibs on him, but he let this one go to me, and it is an education. It's my first electric type bar and my first script. So it's like going from Billy Joel to Beethoven as far as script, because it's just so sophisticated. I mean, I don't know. I like it a lot better than the vertical script and all that. It's just a whole different style. But anyway, that's it.
Oh, pretty.
And,
oh, nice.
yeah,
Nice
it's
color.
amazing. It's amazing. My wife likes the color, so I get to keep it. But
I'm the same way. My wife likes the color. It's a keeper.
right. But I did
So is that the paler desert sand?
is it what?
Is that the paler or the lighter desert sand?
No, it's white. I've had one of
It is
those. In
white.
fact, I had one exactly like that. So that's one of the reasons I passed it up, because I've had
Okay.
it before.
Yeah, she
But
said
it
she
is
did.
white.
I wasn't
But-
aware they actually made a white typewriter.
Mhm.
Cool.
She
I
said
just learned something new.
5 of them. She's already given 3 of them away. She's trying to get it, but it was strange. We had a Christmas thing with some friends, and I found this book that one of our group is very eloquent on saying the appropriate thing at the right time, and I found this book called Poisonous Quotes, and actually it's next to a Smith Corona 4 silent. It just happened to be there. But I put this card in it with the script.
Oh, nice.
And then did the upper and Olympia Elite. But so yeah, he texted me back today and said, "Hey, I like the book, but I like the card better." Or I really like the card. So that was kind
Oh,
of but it was interesting. Teresa said that most of her friends don't really comment much on the script. They comment when she says something and when she types it in Pica or Elite, the standard font. But the script, they're just not impressed, which is, I guess.
interesting.
But it does have the umlauts. What I noticed is that it doesn't, you can't do a capital O, E, or U with the umlauts, because it comes like right at the top of the letter, like underneath. And it's a Spanish one, because it's got the inverted question mark and the Enye little squiggly thing,
And tilde.
there you go. Yeah, but it doesn't have apostrophes or quotes.
No.
Yeah.
Which
That was also my I asked Teresa questions when she first posted it on the forum. I was asking about like quotation marks, and she said, well, we don't really use them in informal writing. That's correct, but they're still used in Spanish. So for the apostrophe, use one of the accents, one of the dead keys. Well, you'll have then to put a space. You'll have to advance the carriage manually with a space bar after you use the accent, because that's a dead key. Therefore, you can use, I'm pointing to the right here, one of those
Accent grabby.
accents. Yeah, and it's a really nice typer, and I was like she wanted offers, and I kind of considered it, but I already have a typewriter that can type Spanish, so I passed. But I thought it was a really nice, but it didn't have all of the symbols of the Spanish typewriters that come from Mexico, like like for sold in Mexico, I should say, or sold in Spain. Those that are made in Spain and sold in Spain have more of the symbols, and that one is like a smaller set of symbols. So I think you can still get away with it using the accents. So if you want quotation marks, you do two accents, one after the other, and you can even orient them this way when you start and that way when you finish. So or the reverse. It should be that way when you start and that way when you finish. And it looks nice.
That
So
makes sense. I figured there was some kind of countermeasure to that, or some kind of way to get around it. But yeah, that makes sense. The only thing I thought was interesting, that upside down question mark. I don't know if way back in the 80s, there's this group called Blue Oyster Cult, and that upside down question mark, it has the upside down question mark, but you can't do the umlauts with the O. So it's like, it's halfway there, which is
right.
Those of you of my generation would
guys, it's more
Figure that out.
cowbell.
I know,
Yeah.
more cowbell. Yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Oyster Cult, yeah, the cowbell.
There you
Good
go.
band, but that skit from Saturday Night Live totally eclipsed the band,
Yes.
right?
No, but you wouldn't find you wouldn't really use that symbol on a capital letter, because it is never used at the beginning of a word in Spanish or in French. So it's a different thing than the umlaut in German. So that typewriter is Spanish, but so the fact that that character is only for lowercase letters is totally in line with the usage in French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. So it doesn't have to have the function to put it on top of a capital letter, uppercase letter.
Well, right.
Now,
And 70s rock wasn't known for their grammatical acuity. Maybe, they look good on their logo, so they put the umlauts up there. But totally,
I was sorry,
not APA 7 format.
Well, when I was taking what they call survival Spanish evening classes, our instructor was telling us that the reason why the Spanish use the inverted exclamation point and inverted question mark is to denote the start of a question. Is in English, when you're typing, you come to question mark, oh, I guess everything in front of that was a question. Whereas in Spanish, it's the question starts here with the inverted mark, then ends here with the right way up one.
So it helps when reading to your grandkids or wherever. If you don't know the text, you know how to read it before you get to the end, and you go, what?
Yeah, you know what intonation to use, where to put the emphasis.
Exactly.
But when it starts, but I mean, it's a fancy. It's fancy, but it's because Spanish was actually modernized that they came up with those kind of things, because they didn't necessarily exist before. They weren't standardized. But Spanish itself, the orthography of Spanish has been modernized, contrary to French. French is still very much using archaic type of spelling.
I,
Whereas
I,
Spanish
talk,
is a purely phonetical. What you read is what you say. There
yes.
aren't excess letters, and if there's an S, you pronounce it at the end of the word, and everything. It is said as it is read. That's Spanish, and that's because it has been modernized, which is not the case of French. So kudos to the Spanish, la Real Academia de la Lengua Española.
Well, and unfortunately in Texas, it's more Spanglish than Spanish, but this
Right.
this definitely works out. And
Yeah.
it's right. It's good for this. It's more appropriate, I guess, for it to be in Texas than New York, or just because of the Spanish language. So hopefully whoever gets it next will be able to use it.
Well, congratulations on the machine. I think
Well,
I think it's a wonderful machine.
Yeah.
Danielle,
it's kind of an enigma, because you look at it and it looks like a Series 5, and you type on it and you're like, you think it before you type, before you even think, because there's no pressure. I got in a bad habit of having my keys on my fingers in the home row or something, and it's like, whoa, wait, that's not supposed to happen yet. So it's really
adjust the touch. There's a little dial under the space bar on the other underside of the machine to put more tension for adjusting the touch. Right there in the middle. Right there in the middle, right there.
Yeah.
So you can actually reduce the sensitivity of the keys.
Right. Yeah. And then I guess this other one on the top is more of a the way it strikes, the power, and then how much pressure.
Correct.
Speaking of striking, I really like the red on the white.
Yeah. Got the red, and then wow, that motor gets hot from the bottom. But and then it's red when it's turned on as well. So
cool.
Kind of matches. But yeah, it's a nice one. It's but we're talking about regions. I think the Reverend went to send that Olympia when he's done with it down there to Texas. It's 2 hours away from where I live. So that's his native country. You will. You gotta. Anyway, that's all I got.
Excellent. Well, it's so good to see you, Ken.
Well, thanks.
And you're looking snazzy today.
William, you were trying to say something before.
Yes. Do I understand that the Quebecois French is quite different to the Parisian French?
I just cut off. I'm sorry, I missed the last part. Can you just?
Do I understand that the Quebecois French is quite different to the Parisian French?
Actually, today it still is. What is historically said is that the French that was spoken in Canada was better and more standardized than the French that was spoken in France, because in France you still had many regions with variations of French.
Okay.
So the immigrants that came from France to Canada, and especially apparently because of the women that came, the daughters of the king, les filles du roi, that were that came as a large group and were thought to have been educated by nuns before coming to New France, that they actually standardized most of the French, so that at the time what was spoken in New France was what was spoken in Paris, with the English, with England winning over the British North America part, and no contact for a long time. In Canada, the French stayed much the same, did not evolve as much, and in France it evolved very much. So there is a difference. Although I can speak in Paris and be well understood, but not everyone can do that, change their level of speech and speak to their level. And it's more true that we understand them better than they understand us.
Interesting.
So that being said, when I travel to the western part of France, especially those regions where most of the French traveled from, immigrated from those regions to come to New France, there are expressions that are still there that are the same as what we use here and are not used in Paris. So there are areas with a lot of the contact with the ocean, we have in our vocabulary expressions that are maritime expressions to signify, like in a car, we're driving a car, to turn a corner. We use the expression that would be used in a ship or a boat. And that is a traditional expression. Of course, we know the expression, the real expression that would be used in Paris. So when I say real, it's not real because what we speak is real too. But when I travel to those areas of France, I actually hear expressions that are the same, and they can understand Quebecois, whereas the Parisians may not.
Interesting. So it's almost like the more metropolitan areas have modernized the French, whereas the rural areas are still true to the roots. That be kind of the idea?
Yeah. I think the influence. I'm not a language historian. I'm not a linguist. I'm going to say what I've learned from it. But the influence in Paris has been from the courts, and that has kind of transformed the language over time. Whereas, I don't know. I mean, I traveled in Great Britain, and I hear very different accents, and they speak differently than how the royals speak.
Yes.
And so that's the same kind of idea, I think.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you, Daniel.
Excellent. I had no
Gregory?
idea. Yes.
I am very curious. Maybe you know this answer or someone else's. I was hoping that we'd hear from Indro. I'm very curious on the typewriter that they have for their screensaver in here in this group. You all see that strange machine with a typewriter
You know
keyboard?
what? I've never thought to ask Indra about that. Huh. It's kind of funny because to me, just glancing at it, it looks like a cross between a typewriter and an old projector.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It might not be real at all, but it's very fascinating to look at.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. I hope Indro can intervene, but I thought, okay, I've seen that machine, and I thought that was, I don't want to say something stupid, but I thought that was like for making metal labels. It's a typewriter, but to make army or tags, metal tags.
Oh,
I think that is it. Yep.
It punches letters and numbers, but it needs this big heavy thing to punch through a metal, like a brass or steel plate, which ends up being like a tag or a label. And isn't that machine in the U.S. Army, like every soldier has a little tags? Is
Dog tag.
made with that machine?
I don't think they have them anymore, but they didn't when I was in. I don't know about the Army, but I don't think the Army did either because my son and my daughter went in. I think they did away with the dog tags.
I can't remember not having them.
Yeah, really.
We've always had them. I don't know about the last 5 years, but there was, I don't recall there being an intent to get rid of them.
Yeah, I know they used them for dead bodies, but nothing else. But
yeah, it sounds morbid, but that's true. It's for identification.
Yeah, but now with DNA, of course, and they've been doing DNA a while now, so I don't know. But my son and my daughter didn't have dog tags and they were in the Army. So I'm assuming they still don't have them.
Interesting.
Can you blow that up, Gregory, for full screen?
Just pin it.
I can try, but it's I don't think it pins it for everyone though. Like, do you see
No,
it big
no.
right now?
Oh,
I do,
Yeah,
because I pinned it.
okay, yeah. I
Well,
pinned it.
yeah.
Oh, I
I see
see.
what you're
I
saying.
think
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
I think the term we're looking for is graphotype. It's the type of
Oh,
machine it is. I can't find that model, but I'm seeing a lot of similar machines.
yeah, I like that on-off switch.
I
Yeah.
remember somebody posting a dog tag machine before, and I forgot what it looked like, but yeah, it was massive like that. With you could tell it was made for power.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think you would have to probably pick. Yeah. I don't, or maybe you're careful to not make a typo because
Yeah.
you can't erase.
It would be great. I would
Exactly.
love to have one of those because just to make tags for people, make metal tags. I mean, I'm sure you could sell them on eBay or whatever, tags. But I think it's a cool idea.
Maybe we are memory keepers can make one of those. People could use it in crafting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder- yeah.
All right, cool. You found one on Twitter.
Yeah, I
Oh.
found a video of one in use. It's not the same machine, but it does not look fun. It's tough on the fingers. You really got to push on it, apparently. Or maybe it's just the user, but
Well, I think it's
I would
the
imagine
user.
it would you'd have to go slow just so you don't make a mistake on those tags.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Twitter.
Like you pick, you don't do
Yeah,
that.
just
but,
yeah, like what you're saying. Yeah,
So-
no
Okay,
room
well,
for that.
that's great.
So I'm Googling this dog tag question, and as of 19 or 20, they're still saying they issued 2 dog tags. One is supposed to be left in combat, one is supposed to be left with the body, and the other's taken for identification when they collect them, and then before they can get the body. But that was, and should have the blood type on it too, for the expedient understanding of what their requirement is. So I don't know. I've never seen anything where they were getting rid of them. I don't know what your experience is, Larry.
Well, what's this? Now I looked it up too, and CNN said this is 2015, December 11th, 2015. Said for the first time in 40 years, the U.S. Army is making changes. So did you read that? What changes are they talking about? To a central piece of hardware, dog tags, them in identification implements that hang around each soldier's neck. For a low-tech thing like the aluminum dog tag, the reason for the change is decidedly high-tech, the threat of identity theft. So on the new dog tags, I see, so they're not going to put the social security now. But my brother didn't have his social security number on his dog tag anyway. He has a service number on there.
That's weird.
Did you have your social on there?
No, I didn't, but oh wait, I don't remember. But it's the same number. Our service number is the Social Security. There was a time where that wasn't so.
But my brother's wasn't. My brother came in 67.
Yeah.
And his was a service number, and it wasn't the same as a Social Security number.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, this I'm looking at an Army regulation right now, DAPAM 600-8. It talks about having 2. So yeah, I don't think it's gone away. Every soldier will be issued 2 ID tags as soon as possible after entering active duty, initial active duty for training or assignment to a reserve component unit. That's 2-1A in that regulation.
Yeah.
I think I found the machine. I just posted it. It's called the KL7. It's electromechanical rotor-based offline cipher machine developed by the NSA in the US.
Say that 10 times real fast.
Yeah. It looks like it's slightly different, obviously, but on the right path.
Where did you post? Where did you post?
Just in the chat here.
It's not there yet.
It's not there.
Yeah, I see it. It's asking.
We have the
browser.
We have
I
the
wonder.
Twitter.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. I posted to William. That's weird. How
Oh,
did that happen?
yeah, okay.
yeah, me personally.
Okay, William.
Well,
William
I
just got
see
two
for
from me.
you.
I think.
kind of.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
It's got some modifications, are slightly different, but it's might be wrong here altogether. Who knows? Very fascinating. Indra is going to watch this later and go, man, I could answer.
I
this
know.
question."
Let's see. I think I have it up on my screen. I can share it real quick.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Fascinating looking machine, but I am wrong.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It almost looks like a royal keyboard.
Yeah.
But the
Well,
key,
That's a
key
cipher
caps,
machine. That's not the same.
the
Yeah,
key
no, this is
caps-
not the same. Like I said, I'm wrong, but it is a fascinating looking machine.
Yeah.
The keycaps look more Smith Corner.
I tried to do a image search for it, and the funny thing is it came back with a lot of Olivers.
Oh.
An image search of what Indro has posted there.
Yeah.
Obviously wrong, but
So I don't know if I can maximize. No, I can't maximize because there's a tag on Indro's photo, of course,
Yeah.
and like a label. I mean, might have the name of the machine or something.
You tried pinning it?
Yeah, I did, but then I can't maximize it even bigger. But,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
you know, maybe we can ask Indro in a forum or something like that if he's not able to comment now. That
Yeah, I think
it'd be
he's busy
interesting to
making
know what
dinner.
it is.
He was making lasagna, so.
Okay, so he's quite busy to
Yeah.
feed maybe himself and his family. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. But we still have over an hour and a half, so maybe he'll pop back on and we can harass him. We need more information.
I can
Well,
confirm. I'm pretty sure it's not a dog tag machine, though. Looking at the machines that they use for making dog tags,
Okay.
it looks like they would select the letter on a ruler, and then by pressing it, it would make that letter. But maybe they probably had different types of machines.
It was my best guess. It was my best guess, but I kind of think that I saw one of those machines at one point was on eBay and on Facebook group, the collectors group, people said, look what's been posted for sale. And it was like a big machine on a cast iron stand. And this thing was massive. And that's the only thing that came to my mind, that it was like one of those machines for something special. It's probably not paper, but something else. And it's interesting that it's got micrometer adjustment, like those turning wheels. It's a micrometric adjustment and all sorts of it. So it's pretty fancy, kind of cool. Like
Now, here's a
machine.
I was just looking on Google, for those, and I saw there's a data plate machine, which makes sense for like you put one on a car, or any other equipment, a data plate, and so it'd be like making a dog tag, but it's for data plates.
I've used one of those before, but it was like, 40 years ago plus. I don't really remember. I had a friend who worked where they were making them, and she let me in there she made me one. I was there when she did it. So I don't remember what the machine looked like. It's just gone from my brain for now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right?
You're allowed.
I didn't figure I needed to save that bit of information.
I know, right?
No, you don't. No, you don't. There's only so much that is that you want to keep, that is interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to clog up the RAM.
Or the ROM.
Or the ROM.
Yeah.
I just sent this one to everyone because it's easier than trying to share the screen, not knowing which screen's going to share what, So I'm like, okay, whatever. but I just
Yeah.
sent it. This is like they're saying it's a data plate with this one, but it's, not the same, but looks like it makes something metal, punches something.
There we go.
That's very similar to what Colby had posted initially. The video on Twitter.
Oh.
That's the same machine.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks heavy.
Yeah, that's a DocTech machine.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of machines doing a search for image on this, and boy, every one of them like, oh, that must weigh like 50 pounds, 100 pounds. Some big
100.
machines.
More 100 at least.
Yeah.
I would think.
It's interesting.
But
It's called
on
the
the machine-
addressograph.
Yeah.
Addressograph.
Yeah.
What was that, Roger?
On the machine, you also normally have a lamp or a wooden plank to put a sheet on, like paper.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to download a photo, and I'll try to get that on the group. I've never done that before, so how does that work? Putting it in the chat or something.
You can just copy the link and then paste it in the chat, and I can bring it up. Or if you have the ability, I know you don't have a camera, but you may still have the ability to share the screen on your device. That would be a possibility as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just shared one that's just it's a ridiculous machine, and I want it. But it's like someone like, let's take a typewriter and make it into a computer, and they did. It's called a Fernschreiber by Siemens. I just shared a link of it. Oh man, it looks incredible. It's a typewriter on steroids.
Let me share it real quick. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think Larry has a typewriter that's been turned into a keyboard, essentially, like a computer keyboard. Is that right, Larry?
Oh yeah, I sure do. It's got. It's
Yeah.
called,
That's a telex, Colby.
It's called
That's a
USB
telex
typewriter.
machine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about these, but it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's a kit that you put on any type, just about any typewriter. You put this kit on it, and it's got contacts for each of your keys. So you type, and it goes, and you can do it Bluetooth, or you can do it through USB onto your screen. I like it as a keyboard. It's cool. I don't think that's what's sitting in front of me right now. I think I put my Remington out here, and it's in the back in its case for now, but I just thought it was cool to do it. I don't use it that much, but it's fun to be able to use it as a key. But I don't have enough room on this desk. I got two typewriters on this desk right here in front of me, and the computer with two screens on it.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's a little crowded.
I have this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 4 desks that I have. They're full of stuff already, and they don't have, like I probably got like 6 typewriters out all the time, but then I still have to move them around when I want to use them, other ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I don't know. I haven't figured it out
Yeah. Excellent. Very cool.
I gave a typewriter away the other day, and to this woman that runs a cafe I go to, and she's my son's age. So how old is that? I'm 64, so she's 36, I guess. And so she hadn't had a typewriter, but she thought she'd like one. I don't know how she brought it up, and I said, well, I'll give you one. So I gave her one that I didn't even have a case for it. I gave her a Royal Quiet Deluxe. I have 5 of them. I'm like, this is like, I don't even have a case for it, so I might as well give her it. And so she tried it, and she's like, wow, that's neat. And she goes like, can there be different fonts? I'm like, well, Yeah, but you know, so anyway, I thought it was kind of funny though. Like she said the first thing she was like, okay, well that's kind of cool, but what else can it do? You know?
Oh.
But she's gonna use it. Like she wants to type like poems and stuff on it. I said, you ought to join some of our groups, you know. So I don't know if she will or not, but
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. I know there's been actually a flurry of activity in the YouTube comments. Let me see if I can share those real quick. Yeah. So we had May Travis in the comments saying, hello, Gregory and Type Pals. I'm heading home shortly and will join in about an hour. I think it's been more than an hour now, May. So you're running late.
Come on, May. Get online.
you don't have to wait till May. Do we?
We had Diane in the comments there. SK says, happy holidays, everyone. I'll not be able to join today, but I hope you have yourselves a cozy time and a great New Year's. Looking forward to being back next year. Because as a reminder, this is the last meeting of this year. We're going dark for the rest of the month, and then we'll be back next year.
What am I
We
gonna
can still
do?
come in. We can still come on here, right, next week, or do you want us to use the other link?
Oh yeah, we can still do it.
You'll have to use Type and Talk, which is for members only. So you need to make sure you're registered for free to typepals.com. And then on the events page, you'll see the Type and Talk, which is available 24/7. And then you can log into that actually anytime. The suggested time is Saturday nights from 8 to 11 p.m. Pacific time. But again, you can log in anytime. So if you log in outside of the Saturday night thing, I definitely recommend, arranging to meet someone there, because otherwise you're probably going to be by yourself. But we're going to be out of town next Sunday, so I won't be here to set up the meeting. So yeah, otherwise I'd just set it up and just do my own thing. But yeah, I'm not going to be here. So
Now
yeah.
Indra's here now, so we got.
Let's let me stop the share real quick. There we go. Hey, Indra, we were all talking about your little avatar there.
I was reading it.
Yeah.
I just finished my dinner, so I thought like, oh, it's still going on. So yeah.
Drum roll, please.
So
what is it?
It's a picture that I got from Mr. Polt. It was I think he posted it somewhere, and it's a 16 mil camera, projector, and a typewriter. So the idea was that
Whoa.
could project straight away. That was the
cool.
idea.
So projects whatever you type?
Yeah, it's just a thought, a makeup. It's a drawing. It's not real. It doesn't exist. But it's kind of a cool idea.
That's not fair.
Wow.
I was at least hoping to find the image, but now it's all fake, right?
Yeah.
Don't let down.
You could ask Richard Polt. It should be on his website somewhere.
Oh,
okay.
Leave it to Richard.
Pretty soon we'll be able to ask AI, okay, I want to see a typewriter mixed with a 35 millimeter camera, and then 5 minutes later we'll get a picture like that.
Yeah. Well, they have those AI art where you type in keywords or sentences or whatever, and it like makes art for you. And again, Richard Polt had a blog post about those. He tried a couple. Of course, I'm gonna draw a blank on the names now. I want to say one is called Neural Blender, like NEURAL Blender.
Sounds like a sci-fi movie name.
Yeah, well, it's pretty sci-fi. Yeah, so those are really cool, and I've done some typewriter related ones on there. It makes very small images that might be good for, like, I don't know, Twitter or something. Not really like YouTube worthy. It's not like HD or anything. So, but it's very, very cool. I think they can do both a straight up image, and then you can also save it. Apparently, as the AI is processing, the graphics, it saves the frames, for lack of the proper terminology, and so you can play it back as a video essentially. So it's really, really cool. Yeah, so Neural Blender, I'm sure that's one of them, and then there was another one. I've used both, but I think the other one is Night something.
Night Cafe Studio.
Is that it? Night Cafe? Thank you, Sean. Yes, yes. Yeah. So you can type in. I think one I put typewriters and Dali or something, Salvador Dali, and it was interesting. I mean, it doesn't scream at you, this is a typewriter, but if you're familiar with typewriters, you can pick out, you see typewriter keys, but they're like strewn about the image. So yeah. But anyway.
Well, I went to look for my dog tags because I thought it'd be an easy thing. And the deeper I got, I realized that I put them in a very special place. I mean, it's so special, I can't remember where it is. So now I'll know what I'll do after we get done here. Is I really well, I used to, every time you put the uniform on, you put on your dog tags. It's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
It kind of bugs me that I can't figure out where I put them.
Yeah.
But I'll find them. I have several.
Yeah. Excellent.
Hey, I almost bought a Royal.
You almost bought one? Why didn't you?
Let's just say I bought one. But it the very next morning she canceled it. It was $40 for, I think it was like a 1914. And it was she didn't tell me why she canceled it. And I sent her a message and she said because USPS told her it would be $140 shipping. So she just canceled it, and I mulled it over. That's a lot of money, but because she only wanted 40 for the typewriter, and she couldn't, I think the deal breaker for me was she couldn't tell me if it worked. And I don't think it was because she was trying to hide anything. It was at a house she had bought in an attic and she didn't have access to it. So the picture she took of it, it actually looked kind of shiny, clean, in good shape. But that was as deep as it got with regard to condition. And I just didn't want to risk that much money on something I didn't know what I was going to have to do. So
yeah. Well, I do have to say, for heavy items, it's definitely better to go with one of the third-party shippers like UPS or DHL or FedEx, because USPS, once it gets heavy, they're gonna really charge you for it.
I think with USPS it's based on the dimensions. So if she's going to be packing it into a large box, that could have brought up the price along with weight, of course.
They said she said they told her that it had to have a crate, and they would sell her a crate. And that she figured that pushed it beyond me, which it pretty much did. I mean, I might have been convinced if I knew it was in perfect shape, but that I couldn't even get. I mean, I asked her simple things: does the carriage move? Do the keys go up and down? And she didn't even know that. So,
you said this is a Royal Standard?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure which model. I forgot. Anyway, I've forgotten about it since. But 19, I want to say 14 or 15 or 16. It was. I mean, it's the one with the two glass windows on each side.
I think what's his name?
Royal 10? No.
I don't think it was a 10. Because when I was looking at the database, it didn't say 10 there. It might have been. Yeah, I don't remember. I showed it to Sean. I think he's not there now, but
yeah,
he might remember. It was. I mean, I was still really tempted considering the picture, but you don't know what you get when they can't tell
Yeah.
what condition it's in. And so be it.
Yeah, I think it was Christoph that was showing one with the glass panels on the sides. He was showing that earlier.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, is that you can find them. It's like you're either going to pay for shipping or you're going to pay in the machine. It's
Exactly.
like you can't, like, for some reason, find a good deal with both of those at the same time, unless you happen to be near one where you can pick it up. And I didn't expect it to go up that high. I thought 40 was a fair price for what looked like she was selling.
I think that, if you're lucky, you can find both of those win-win for, the price of the machine and the price of shipping on Goodwill. Like right now I'm waiting for the Oliver with all those parts and second carriage. Total shipping costs $6 through FedEx, and they must have discounts, obviously.
Well, that's funny, Colby, because there's other typewriters I've looked at, on eBay and Etsy and whatnot, and the shipping prices, they aren't 140. So I don't know why she was focused on USPS. That was one issue. The other issue that I really considered was if she couldn't tell me whether the keys went up and down or the carriage moved, I didn't have a great confidence she knew how to pack a typewriter. So when she said she went to USPS, it sounded like they were going to get somebody who might know how to pack something. And to me, that was almost a relief. And that's why I was saying I might have accepted that if she could tell me it was working, but that it wasn't. I can do minor maintenance, but not something that I have to, do anything complicated. And it'll just go in a stack of stuff that can't be used yet. And I don't want to invest in that. So.
Or it could come down to just a simple carriage lock. But if this is a standard, then it probably wouldn't have one.
See what I'm saying? That's like you roll the dice, and if she really didn't know that much about a typewriter, and you could say that about any purchase you make of a typewriter, then they don't know that it's not in great shape either. And if they don't know, they don't know. And there's a lot of people like that.
I worry about if the day I put up some of my machines and I put it at those Etsy prices, and I'll have to explain, like, listen, this includes a new platen. That's a lot of money. You got to realize that. But then you look at others that sell it for the same price and it doesn't have a new platen because they don't know, they think it's worth that much, but it's not. So you got to have a dealer's price. Like the dealer knows how much this is. And then you got the person who just found a typewriter that looks pretty and wants to sell it for $300.
Yeah, so she was she had bought the house, and I don't know if they're flipping them or what, but she apparently didn't have access to it when we were trying to make a deal. And she said it was in an attic with a whole bunch of other stuff. There was some World War II stuff, which she donated, I think, to some museum or something.
Oh, good.
There was some Japanese stuff in there. There was a flag, I can't remember if she said samurai or kamikaze thing that she had, and she sent it back to the family. So kudos to her for, not trying to make $1 billion on something like that. And she mailed it back to the family. And she said there was some other stuff up there. So, I kind of had the sense that she had integrity. It's too bad she couldn't tell me that last piece. So
it sounds like it was an estate sale then?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if she formally had an estate sale. It was from an estate, to put it that way. And I don't know. She said there was also some Harley Davidson stuff in there and stuff like that. So she said, when I was asking her, she said, I don't really try to get attached to stuff when I sell it. So I really didn't look at it. Okay, fair enough. I guess that's a honest answer,
Yeah.
A few eBay sellers who I talked to and messaged, they had never even thought of shipping via UPS or FedEx. All they did was go to the post office and see how much would it cost to ship this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but presumably they know how to pack. I mean,
well, then you're looking at something else. Someone just posted on Facebook they got charged $11 for the box, $10 for the packing supplies. It ended up being a $60 FedEx delivery just just because of what they're charging for the materials
Right.
as well
yeah,
as the shipping.
Yeah.
Colby, did you say it was $6 and something for, or 60 for your Oliver?
For mine, it was
Shipping.
a total of $6.15.
Well,
And
see,
it came in good shape.
I'm waiting for it. So
Well,
who knows?
well,
I'm not
see-
saying it was a good price. I'm saying that's just generally on the prices for Goodwill. They ship through FedEx, but they must have some kind of killer discount
well,
being able to get a box halfway
yeah,
across the country.
that's what I'm saying. It's not, I was wondering if that's just what they put for shipping, but that's not actually what it's gonna cost, because that just doesn't make sense to me. The weight of that thing alone, I would think it would cost more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know an Oliver weighs a lot. I
Yeah.
don't know the amount, but we're looking at 2 carriages, 2 plate or 3 plates if you include the one on the machine.
A
So
lot.
maybe it could be up to 45 pounds in a
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
$6 for that? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that is-
There
that
must be
is
kind of discount on the back end, but I never paid any more than $6.
Yeah, huh.
They're
We're not in
shipping
the
it in a
business to
garbage
win.
bag.
I just, it's like ordering a pony and finding a processed meat on your front door. It's like, I didn't order this. Sorry, sorry, Gregory. I didn't. That's
my
too
heart.
descriptive. But you're expecting this great thing, and then who knows if it's gonna just show up in a bunch of pieces.
Maybe it's a printed
Yeah.
replica and it's only about this big.
Oh man.
It is possible that the shop Goodwill factor in some shipping in the price of the machine, so the $6 is over and above what they factored in for shipping.
Could be.
I would argue that Goodwill has an arrangement with FedEx
Have an account for sure.
that gives them a big discount.
Contract.
Just think of all the
Yeah.
packages that they send.
Yeah, I
It's-
was
yeah.
looking at the images from the typewriter, and in the Chrome parts, you can see just all of their warehouse. So just constantly photographing, probably boxing at that moment, getting it ready, and just putting a number on it. So if it sells, they can just ship it
Yeah.
out.
Just
Yeah.
think of the guy's back that has to deliver that. I can't imagine.
I made sure
Yeah.
the snow, I got to go out there again. It's been dumping snow today, but I've been worried about, catching in my camera out the window of, okay, here comes the delivery guy, and like 5 feet from the door. Whoops.
Oh.
I mean, the machine itself is not that awkward. It's heavy as anything, but you can hold it close to you. But once it's in a big box, oh my God, that would be awkward.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and with the 2 carriages, I'm thinking,
I know.
I wish they would have packed it separately. I wish I had some different, options for purchasing, shipping, and handling. Who knows if it's just
Yeah.
going to be a box full of metal pieces rubbing together. We'll see.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been going through the last. Well,
I
I got an
know.
email saying they mailed it on Monday, but their system is down apparently for everybody. So it feels like old school. It's like, when's it going to arrive? Is it going to be today or tomorrow or next week or never? Who knows?
Yeah.
I've only had one bad shipment. I mean, I can't remember any others that arrived broken. One.
That's all it takes, though, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had quite a few shipped, so I don't.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I know. After I bought it, I did some research on the survivability of Oliver's, and it just takes once for it to end up on the wrong end, and that the whole weight of the machine coming down on the bat wings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I'm dealing with right now, and I knew I could share it with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to get it. I wish I would have been able to show it to you during this. I guess I'll wait till.
I know. I was hoping.
I do plan on documenting it. Making. I'm noticing that there are a few people that have acquired Oliver 9s and have worked on them, and so it's been really great to find those videos and websites. But I thought I'd try my hand at to just document cleaning it up and trying to bring it back to life.
Yeah.
was
I was remembering quite a while back, Indro had talked about the Oliver 9 that he fixed up and sold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it
Yeah, I
take you,
did.
Andrew?
Oh, it took me quite a while. I took it completely apart, everything. So, well, I was busy, I think a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks, almost every evening, something like that.
Well, if it comes totally trashed, do I get first dibs on the pencil holder?
Oh.
Well, it's a win-win, really, because of their return policy. May was saying last week that if it does come broken, not only will I get a refund, they won't ask for it back.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really hoping to get an Oliver. I just happen to find Oliver 9. But now if it is broken, I'm going to search for another Oliver 9 and use these parts to bring it back to life.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have some good parts there. I'm sure. Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, if nothing else, the frame, a hand grenade wouldn't hurt the frame on that thing. So.
Well, it looks like it's not scratched up. It's dark. I didn't think that any Oliver 9s came black, but there must be a really nice olive color underneath of all that gunk. We'll see. I've only got pictures. You know how it goes. You're waiting for it to come and obsessively looking at the photos of the machine.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get 2 Oliver 4.5s.
Oh.
No, it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Think
Oh,
positive.
Yeah,
Colby.
think positive. That's right.
Yeah.
I got the table all set up, ready for it to just work into my workstation, and I was hoping to spend all weekend on it, especially with 3 inches of snow coming down, but nope. All I seem to be doing this weekend is waiting for it.
Ding ding. You might get a long
To
weekend,
me,
but I guess they still
to
wait
me,
to look.
to restore that machine, it was a lot of polishing. So I polished all the almost all moving parts, and the ones that fall down underneath, every one has 2 screws. So that's to adjust it how smooth it goes. Otherwise, it won't bounce back or goes all the way down.
I see.
So it took me quite a while.
Yeah, I'm hoping to tear it all the way down and build it back up. That's my goal. I hope maybe I don't have to go that far, but that's why I got it. It would be great to tear it down, bring it all back up over a period of a few months.
It's not a difficult machine. It's pretty easy.
That's good to hear. That's probably why there's not a lot of documentation on fixing it, like the old vintage repair stuff. Maybe it's just simply fairly straightforward. I don't know. Or history has seemed to have taken us from all of those
I think
Oliver repair manuals.
Yeah.
more than 1 million of those types were made, I think.
Yeah, it seemed like a very popular machine at the time. The first one that you can see the type, apparently.
Oh.
That's why they advertise it as the Oliver Visible.
Ah, okay.
Unlike the one that you showed us that was invisible when you held it up.
Oh man. That's good.
Yours is indivisible.
Excellent. So how are holiday plans going for everyone?
Quiet.
Well, I gotta play. I played Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night for all Christmas music, and I gotta play tonight at 5. So this is the last night I'm playing Christmas music, I think, and except for maybe, I don't know. I might go to the Coast Guard base next weekend if they're open. I don't know if the base will be open, but I don't know if people will be working, if they'll close the club or not, because a lot of people want to leave, so I haven't asked them, but I've been playing there every month for 6 months now. So, but a couple times a month, and I told them November, December I was only going to do once because I'm so busy with other stuff. But yeah, that's been my holiday so far, is just all that stuff. But I went to a gig Thursday night, and the director for downtown Main Street was there, not in my town, but because I'm in a 200 people town, but in a town that's got like 30,000 people or 35, something like that. And I talked to her about doing a type in. I said, what if we take 20 typewriters? Because every month they have an art walk, and people walk
Ooh.
around downtown and go to the different businesses. And I've been playing down there, and I'd like to set up my typewriter, 20 typewriters in some place. And she said, what about like for February? Because then it'd be Valentine's Day, because it's the first Friday, it's the art walk. And so she said, then people could type Valentine's notes and stuff like that. I'm like, that's great. She goes, I'll try to think of a place for you to have it. And I have permission at a cafe, but the cafe is not downtown. So I told in fact, it's the lady that I gave the typewriter to the other day. So she said I could use her place, but I said, well, I'd rather be downtown, because that's when everybody's walking around and checking out everything. And then I'd get a lot of people, and you wouldn't even have to advertise, really. I mean, because they already advertise the whole downtown thing anyway, and they put all the events that are going on downtown and all that. So it would just be a matter of me bringing them all out. And I want to get some of those shirts. I saw, I can't think, he was just on there last week telling us about his type in. I can't think of his name. They had shirts on asking me about my typewriter, and I saw some online like that. I thought, I'm going to get at least 4 shirts and get 4 friends. I think my wife's gonna help me, and we're gonna go out there and just to help people put paper in typewriters if they need to, or whatever they need.
I think you're referring to Neil.
Yeah, Neil McMichael.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked at his stuff. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Looks like so much fun. And I thought, I think I probably can. So it looks hopeful anyway.
Excellent. Yeah, I think she joined Type Pals. I think that's where I saw her name. Oh no, it was in the typewriter pen pals group, which was the precursor to Type Pals. It started as a Facebook group, so it still exists, but I literally do nothing in there. I approve members still, and they can do whatever they want in there, basically. But someone joined and mentioned they're in Riverside. I'm like, oh, I'm in Riverside too. So maybe if Bob and I get a little type in going, then yeah, there will be at least a few members. That would be fun. So yeah. Oh yeah, I invited her to join typepals.com. That's what it was. But she was in the typewriter pen pals group. I have this, I think it's a pinned post or something in there suggesting people join over here, because this is where all the activity and fun is now. So
I knew a guy, I know there's only 200 people in Riverside, but when I moved to California in '76, Rob Mayer was my friend in San Clemente. I moved to San Clemente, and he was from Riverside. So know any mayors out there? I mean, of course, there's probably 100 of them in Riverside anyway.
Yeah, it's a pretty big city.
Yeah. And you weren't born yet in '76, I don't guess. So, anyway.
No, I would have been 4 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can tell him easily. You might be his kid.
Then who's that man in the nursing home?
You look kind of like him. I just realized.
Okay.
He was a surfer.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely not a surfer, but I can swim, but only to save my life. So. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, but I would definitely like to get something local going in addition to what we do here online. Because I know there's a few members. Of course I'm gonna draw a blank on his name.
Juan.
I don't remember, but I know
Ivan, sorry. Ivan lives.
Yes,
near you.
That's it. Thank you so much.
I knew it was a 4-letter word.
Yes, Ivan. Yeah. He's pretty local, and there's another member that isn't as as active as he used to be. He used to try and come on these live streams, but he had very low bandwidth, so I think he stopped bothering. But yeah, so we could get a little type-in going, I'm sure. That'd be fun. I'd like to do one at our new library because it is stunning, and they have some really nice meeting rooms, so of varying sizes, and yeah, they even have a little recording studio, which I thought about reserving that maybe for working on the podcast or something like that, which I've been very bad about, but but again, things have been crazy here, so yeah. But I'll get back to the podcast again. So yeah.
It would be fun to, it'd be major work for you, but it'd be fun to have the type in on the Zoom at the same time, if you, however you would do it, multiple cameras or interview people or whatever, but it'd be fun to have them up here where they'd see us and we'd see them or whatever. No,
I probably would do that actually. I would just have to get have a permission sheet, and people would have to sign it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are coming on here willingly, but to like set up a camera and have people,
right.
maybe they're like a wanted criminal or something and don't want to be seen online.
Yeah, local typing
wanted
people.
criminals.
If you see them taking the piece of paper and putting it in each typewriter and typing a different letter, that might be a clue.
There you go. Wait, what were you going to say, Sean?
I was just going to say, people who show up to actual physical type-ins don't want to be there willingly. So that's a totally different thing than us online here.
Okay.
Just joking. If you don't show up to a type-in, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, wife and I are going out this afternoon, so I better pull the pin on this meeting. It's been great chatting with everybody. Yeah, good seeing you again, William. It's been nice to be here once for a Sunday, so we'll probably see you after Christmas or next year.
I was wondering why you were all dressed up, William. It's because you're going out to eat. I got it.
Yes.
Sorry, please repeat.
I'm teasing. I like your hat. I don't know where. I think mine's in my car. Mine's not as fancy as that. I like that. Mine's just kind of a Santa Claus looking hat. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I figure anytime between December the 1st and December the 26th is open season for this hat.
It's festive.
Yes.
Okay, take care, everybody. God bless. And Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, William.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to take off myself, but I had two things I wanted to mention that I realized within the last week about the Uvel, the jewel scene on Wednesday. I finally watched Wednesday. I watched most of them at least. So I got to see a little closer look. And I think Ted mentioned last time that paper rest is a part of it. Well, the person who found that must have been really proud of themselves, because it says WA if you look at it. So it would be WA for Wednesday Addams. That's how it has the same amount of humps as WA. I thought that was pretty nice. And then I'm really hoping to get my Oliver, because I think that's going to be, so the way I see it, Wednesday's doing really well on Netflix. They're going to renew it, and eventually they're going to have an Addams Family TV show come back. Yeah. And so they're going to have not a portable, but probably a full-sized typewriter in their house. And what better full-sized typewriter than an Oliver for the Addams Family? That's my guess. There you go. That's my guess. Yeah. So that's the next one that's going to be, everyone's going to ask, what is that? I need it.
Yeah. And you'll have one.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully in one piece.
Hopefully in one piece. We'll see. Yes, to be continued until next time. But it's nice to chat with you all.
Let the movie company know you have all the parts they need for their Oliver.
Yeah.
They could use yours.
Excellent.
Maybe.
I know. That'd be cool. They do that. Some of these guys, I don't know, Ted's, yours has been in the movies anyway, but has any movie companies came to you and asked for one?
Me? No.
Okay, well, I know some people have. I've heard them talk about it. I'm sure Richard Poltz probably had movie companies ask him for typewriters. And
I posted a link, or not a link, but more information on that show I was trying to think of earlier, as I am scanning. Yeah, Mythic Quest. So if you watch season 2, episode 6 on Apple Plus, you'll see a handful of machines, including Mr. Monk, the very same SM3 and color on the show. They really,
Nice.
they really have some nice close-ups of these machines, including like 4 of them going all at once.
I actually did watch that show, but I don't remember any typewriters, so I guess I must be slacking.
Well, I never
Oh,
watched the
man.
show either. It didn't make sense. I'm like, why are they showing these mid-century modern typewriters in a show about making a video game? Well, that episode in particular is a flashback episode. So they go back to the 19.
Yeah, and having watched that show, I don't get the flashbacks. They never actually revisit those characters ever again. In the show. So I mean, they literally spend like 2 or 3 or 4 episodes doing flashbacks to people who've owned that building before and have started businesses there, and then they just never come up again. So
interesting.
Yeah, with this, I don't watch the show. I found it very entertaining to just watch that one episode. I didn't know a lot about any of the characters, but typewriters is not only used, but it plays a role in the plot involving Isaac Asimov adding some notes and stuff. But it's it's an enjoyable show if you want to watch just an hour of entertainment.
Yeah,
it's on Apple Plus. But anyway, I hope you guys, if I don't, I might try getting on here next Saturday. But Gregory, thank you again always for having
You're
these.
welcome. You're
I hope
welcome.
everyone has a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Same
I'm
to
gonna
you.
be on next Saturday.
Yeah, I tend to I go on and no one's there and I log off thinking, well, someone's gonna log in 2 seconds and I'm not gonna be there. So I'm gonna try between those. Was it 8 and 9?
8 and 11 p.m. is kind of and that's Pacific. 8 and 11 p.m. Pacific. That's what we initially set up, but then we turned it into 24/7. So, but
Cool.
8 and 11 p.m. is your best chance at other people being in there.
my plan is to come on here at this time Sunday, except on the other one. The one.
Oh, okay. You could do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that.
No, now I hope some of you do, because Saturday night's tough for me since I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah. Try it, and who knows?
Yeah.
Well, whatever the case is, have a great rest of the December. It's nice talking with you, and nice to meet you, Indro. Take care, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Colby.
And Happy New Year.
Excellent. Yeah. And speaking of New Year, I think New Year's falls. Oh, I think New Year's falls on a Sunday. And New Year's isn't really anything special to me or my wife, so I'm gonna have the meeting. So we're still gonna have Typewriter Club Live because it's always the first Sunday of the month. So we will be having it on New Year's, and I expect a low turnout because most of you will be recovering from your beverages. But
are you saying we're all drunks?
Maybe. No.
Maybe.
I drink very, very, very little, and my wife doesn't drink at all. So yeah.
I don't drink at all. So.
Yeah. But
we might go out till 9 o'clock at night at the late. No, we wouldn't, because that's after dark. No, I don't think we would go out.
You don't go out after dark?
Not if I can. I do, because I do gigs, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like driving at night anymore.
I
have to wear my glasses if I drive at night. not legally, but because I want to be able to see.
Yeah, that helps. Oh, excellent. Let's see. I think there was more. Oh, where am I? More in the chat on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, so we left off around here. We had Now-O-Matic in the chat saying, "Got my first typewriter this week." Ooh, that's excellent. We'll
Congratulations.
And we'll add to the database very soon once it's fully cleaned. Nice.
Yay!
Yeah, they're diving right into the database. That's awesome.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Another comment from Diane there. Then we have KW3STR. I agree, it should be part of the database. Excellent. Gordon Spectacular. No Vaseline. Let's see. I'm just skimming through these because, you know, most of them are kind of irrelevant now as far as we're not going to know what they were referring to. We had Christopher McCullough in the comments. Always good to hear from him. Good morning, typist. Just monitoring and enjoying you. Nice. And let's see. A lot from KW3STR. Is that Quester, maybe? Maybe that's an easier way to say it. Talking a little bit about the dog tag machine there. And there we have Joe Van Cleve. Joe Van Cleve is or was watching us. So someone's joining now.
Who is Joe Van Cleve?
I don't know. Some dude.
Oh, I want to tell you something I thought was fun.
Quester,
I mean, I'm not
okay.
making fun of her or anything, but this lady I gave that typewriter to the other day, she was so, you know, enthused about it. And I told you, she asked if you could change the fonts on it. And it was funny that she said, I wanted to show her pictures. So I was showing her on my phone pictures of these other typewriters. She goes, oh, a pink one. I love that pink. I said, look at this script, you know, you can get them in script, you know, and she's like, oh, she goes, can you keep an eye out for a pink one with script in the thrift stores? I said, oh yeah, we'll likely find one of those soon. I was like, you might not, you know, I said, that'd be like finding a stuffed couch full of money, you know, in the thrift store, you know, if you know, but anyway,
yeah,
it was
exactly.
funny that I'm like, okay. I mean, you could, I mean, stranger things have happened, but oh my gosh, there's worth so much now. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially pink.
Yeah, I know. It's just amazing. Pink script. Yeah, well, yeah, you'll just find that down the street. Yes, somebody probably will, though, you know, but you know, I'd be surprised if it's me, boy, I would love to find one of those. I would keep it. I just think they're cool looking, you know. I mean, just add it to my collection, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, May. How are you?
Hey, guys. Hey, Gregory. I'm doing great. Phew, I almost didn't make it, but I'm glad I did. Hop in for the last hour. And since this is the last live of the year, I have to
yes, it is.
Go out with a bang, right?
Yes.
I still have the Hermes on the desk. It hasn't moved since you got it.
Oh,
I love it. Yeah. So my last typewriter, 2022.
May,
great.
When I saw you come up on the little screen, May, now you're on the big screen because I got everybody in a pattern on the other screen and then the big screen over here. Well, when I saw you pop up, I looked and I thought you had like really long. I knew you didn't have really long black hair, but
the hair.
I thought it was just long all the way down.
Like I was wearing a wig.
and you just put all those avatars and stuff up, and it's like, wow, you'd actually made yourself into one of them.
No, I don't wear wigs.
Okay.
Don't need to. Maybe someday. Hey, nice hat, Ted. I like it. I have the prototype. I'm gonna go grab it.
Yeah, my main camera froze, so you're not going to be able to see my face anymore.
Oh.
Well, you can see part of it behind the cat, but
you just have to put your head on the table there. There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was like, man, that cat is really hiding him. Oh, that's funny.
yeah, apparently when I plugged in a USB drive, it killed the camera.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Yeah. USB is funny that way. Yeah.
So are we going to do New Year's Day? Will that be the first Typewriter Club
Yes.
live? All right.
Yeah, because I think it does fall on a Sunday, so we're gonna proceed with it because I will not be having a hangover. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'll try not to.
Nice hat.
Yeah,
Nice
this
hat.
is the matching hat, Ted. So, but of course in blue. Like basket weave. It's a little too warm. Mine's wool, itchy.
Oh,
A little too
yeah.
warm to wear indoors.
Definitely yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is chilly outside here. When it's kind of gray, dreary,
Yeah.
cold, but no bugs, so that's good.
Yeah. That's
so-
definitely a benefit.
Is there a hat as warm as wool that doesn't itch? Because I have a wool one from the Coast Guard even, and I still wear it on really cold days, but I can't hardly stand it. It itches so much.
There's just nothing like it, but you could try maybe different types of wool, like alpaca. Fur is really smooth and silkier. So it might be warm. It's probably just as warm, but it will feel less scratchy. Or cashmere. Splurge on
That
a
sounds
nice
expensive.
cashmere.
Cashmere's
Yeah,
probably
it's not as
expensive.
expensive for a hat. It's not going to be as expensive.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, big sweater,
That'd
sure.
be cool.
Mhm.
I like the
I
song
know,
Cashmere by Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
Uh,
I know Christopher Oakes, who some of you may know. He has a pet rabbit, an Angora rabbit, that he collects the fur from it, and he
Oh,
knits into
yeah.
things. So that would
That's
probably be
another
good.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Angora. Yeah. Very cool.
There are people who actually collect dog and cat hair and do the same thing. My connection might be.
Wow, that'd be
Oh, you're
Darn
cutting
it.
out, May.
No.
You're not
Yeah.
robot, but you're cutting out a bit.
Yeah.
It cuts in and out. It's because of the weather. It's gray and cloudy, and my internet is not wired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my internet. So it's
Yeah,
through
it
the cell
reminds me
service.
of those movies where they're trying to make like an important call and the call cuts out.
Cuts out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say anything important.
Are those Ted, are those stickers?
No, they're just pictures.
Oh, pictures. Okay.
Printed.
A picture of the machine I'm using with every letter. So,
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, okay.
so since I just got this machine,
Yeah.
Oh, is this the new Olympia
yep, the SM3.
from Teresa? Is that right?
Yeah, Teresa.
Oh,
Teresa
you
C.
know, I could kick myself because she actually contacted me first because
Oh,
she
really?
knew that I didn't have an Olympia, but I didn't catch the email because
Oh
you know,
no.
I use my sort of my email, you know, for register for stuff, email addresses. So I don't check that email all the time. So days had gone by before I checked it, and she had already, you know, asked me about it, and I missed the boat. So you got it. But
Yeah,
that's okay.
you
There'll be other
You
typewriters
snooze, you
come my
lose.
way. They're not super duper rare. They're just highly sought after, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
But I honestly, I don't really need any new typewriters right now. I'm at 56, and
You got one more than
Oh.
me.
so
Yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of typewriters for one person.
What about a script Olympia SM9? It's like I think it's like 75 or something. I have one of those. What do you
That's the newest one, right? With the basket shift, with the segment
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's basket shift. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what it is. What I was thinking about, May.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll take it.
I got
You're
yeah.
giving more
what I
away.
was thinking, if you wanted to pay the shipping on it. So
Yeah.
you know, I wanna, you know,
Okay.
but I'm thinking, you know,
Deal.
yeah,
It's a deal.
okay, yeah.
Make sure-
I'll find it here and tell you
Okay.
tell you about it. I've had it a while. In fact, I can probably tell
Sure.
you when I got
Yes, my first Olivia and my first.
it's a
Wow.
SM9.
And now you're gonna have 57.
It's a
Yeah.
1965. It's a 1965 Olympia SM9.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it is. and it's in cursive, and it's nice. It's the platinum's a little hard, and the red and black tends, but a lot of them do that anyway. But you tend to get like black in your red. And when you
It's not supposed to have a bichrome ribbon. It's supposed to have a single color ribbon.
Well,
yeah.
If it's script 75,
you can use a red and black ribbon in it because it's got a lever to change from red and black.
really?
Oh, it's a different kind of script. Okay. Even better. Yeah. The
I'll go
Olympia
get
had
it.
two
I'll go get
different
it. And you
kinds
can
of
look at it.
scripts.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'll go look at it.
And shipping is $900.
And I know Larry is an excellent packer. Boy,
Excellent.
there was more bubble wrap than there was typewriter.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, Ted, and you got that other typewriter from Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Jaren. Is it Garen or Jaren?
Garen.
You know?
I think it's Garen.
Garen from Hot
I've never
Rod.
actually heard it pronounced, so I'm assuming it's Garen.
Yeah. The
That
would make
swirly
sense.
marble. Did you?
so-
I assume
so
you
I-
showed that off already.
So I think this is it.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is it. See if did the lid come off of it. Oh, I thought the lid came off. I guess not. I'll get the paper.
Crash.
It's got release levers in this one.
Oh,
So-
nice. Yes. I want. Give me. Is it a metal body or plastic body?
It's
Metal.
all metal.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll type something. See what it does. Nice. I don't know.
Deal.
Let's see what it does. It's locked. There we go. Yeah, it's red or black, or it does stencils too. So this, I got a black ribbon in it, so you're not gonna get any bleed over because that's what's in it. It doesn't have an exclamation point. Oh, yes, it does. It's just a lower case in the it's upper right. So, oh yeah, that looks beautiful.
Looks
Hey, you're gonna
good.
luck out.
Nice. Thanks, Larry.
Can you read it?
I
Not
can't,
quite.
but that's because I think it says May's new typewriter.
Yeah.
That what it says? Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Merry Christmas.
Congratulations.
Yes, finally.
Typewriter.
Yeah. Wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. That's great. Yeah. And script too. A bichrome script. Wow.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
SF. I gave my one SF away that was script because I accidentally got 2 scripts because I was looking for an SF and I didn't want another script. I'd already had a script one. And
Mhm.
it was from a Goodwill online, and they
Mhm.
didn't say it was script, and I didn't figure it was, but it was, and so I ended up giving that away. And then I have a script Hermes 3000, and I guess just this one now because I gave a Olivetti away too
Mhm.
on Zoom. I think it was. Yeah, it was on Zoom when we were talking. I gave one away, and they came and picked it up, which is a whole lot easier. You might come and pick
Yeah.
it up. But anyway, if I'll
Yeah.
ship it the same way as the other one if you want to pay for that.
Sure. Yes, I will.
Okay. Yeah, and then,
Yeah.
then don't feel pressured. I'm not going to give it to somebody else
No.
or anything.
No pressure at all.
No, I mean,
I
like,
am thrilled.
no, what I mean is like,
Thrilled.
if you don't want to pay for it, I could understand if you didn't want to pay for it this month. I don't want to pay for anything else this month. But like, if you want to do it next month or whatever, I'm going to get rid of it. So,
Mhm. Okay.
so then whenever you want to do it, I'll do it.
Good.
Sounds
So
good.
it's on hold for me.
It's on hold. Just
Excellent.
whenever you have free time. No
I'll
rush.
put it in the case with it, so at least you have a letter from me.
Penny a month.
Yeah.
Uh, Did you ever send that one back, Larry?
Yes, I did. So I sent it back like, what's the today's Sunday? It might be there tomorrow or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you did, but you sent it to my work address this time, right?
Yeah, I sent your work
Yeah,
address
okay.
it's just that poem. I didn't write a letter or anything. I'm too, I don't know what I am. I just,
Yeah, apparently my postal carrier mixes up mail with my neighbors all the time in my apartment complex. I'll get letters that aren't addressed anywhere near my apartment number. So I'm not sure how that happens. And apparently some of my mail has been returned because of that. So hopefully the people that get the mail do return. But if you sent me something and you haven't heard from me in a long, long, long time, just shoot me a message.
and I typed the
here.
envelope.
So I'm going to change my address to my work address on typepals.com.
It's
So
amazing.
that's more reliable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lost mail is a thing. So you don't hear back from somebody in a while, don't assume that they're being a snob. They might not have
Yeah.
the letter. Yeah.
That's very true.
Of course,
Yeah.
with you guys, I talk to you all the time. So Type Pals.
I assume the post office has lost all kinds of mail from Gregory to me. Recently, at least.
You will actually have a small package on the way very soon. In fact, I'm going to type the letter.
Yay!
I'm going to type the letter today.
All right.
I found this little cool thing that I wanted to send you. Yeah. So
These
don't
squeaky
get too
wheel gets
excited.
grease.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Well, I feel like we're kind of petering out for the day.
Mhm.
So
Oh, wait, I have to show the other typewriter first.
Oh yes.
The marbled one. Oh, that one is the Royal Diana, if I remember correctly.
Yep, Royal
From your
Diana.
Post. Yeah. Oh, that is
Yeah, there
so
you
cool.
go.
I remember that typewriter when that's when he first started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
That was one
I'm
of the
very
first
happy about
typewriters
this
he
one.
showed off in the Facebook.
I'm very
group.
happy about both of them.
That is amazing. Is
Written
it
in the
is it
70s.
silver or purple? Is it purple like lavender or is it silver?
It is purple, white, black, and silver. It's dip painted so that it's all swirly, and then he sanded it down and put an overcoat, clear overcoat with sparklies in them. So like
nice.
Sparkly on top. even.
Oh wow.
And then he polished that and put another overcoat on. I think there's at least 2 coats on here, but it's hard as a rock, and it's like an automotive finish. So it like doesn't take
Very
fingerprints.
durable, very nice.
And
So it's not likely to get scratched.
No,
Right,
not really, unless you
professional.
really try, but
Yeah.
it is. I mean, you can look into it and it's got depth, and like you can shine it in the light and you can see the little sparklies kind of run down the paint.
Beautiful.
I'm so happy
really
about this.
neat.
So I wanted to ask you, Ted, about that. You had a Teresa, and I know there's a Monica that's Olympia also. And do you know about where the names came about? And then the name of that one, the Diana, did you name that, or is that the name of that type?
No, but I've named it Wonka for reasons that should be obvious.
Yes, really.
But, the Orga is the company that originally made these. Orga in Germany. And they came out with this, and they used to make standards that were called Orgas. And then they came out with this portable and called it Diana, which is, I don't know where they got the name. Maybe it's somebody's daughter, or maybe it's just another name like Orga is. And then they became the Diana typewriter company in Germany. And then Royal bought them out, and I don't know what they were called. I think they were just called Royal at that point, but they were still building these Dianas in Germany, and then Royal basically shut down that factory and brought all the tooling to Holland, where Hallbergs were being made, and they bought that factory too in Holland. And so they started making these in Holland. So this is a Holland built one, not a German built one. And this is 1960. It would be at the very last of the Dianas that were made.
With a dollar sign.
It's got a dollar sign. Yep. It's got a
What was
purely
its
American
original
keyboard.
color? Do you know the original?
The original color would have been, the top would have been white, and the bottom part of the shell would have been kind of an off-white. It was just kind of a very white, blandish sort of color. But this is much better.
Yes. That's fantastic. He does amazing work, and it's all
He does. He's finally getting the prices that he needs to get out of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw his eBay auctions recently. He put a bunch up for $1 minimum bid.
Right.
And I know at least one of them went for $1,250. So
wow, good for him. He deserves
he was selling them way too cheap before.
Helping make typewriters more popular.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you know that Michael Jackson had a song about an old typewriter?
I did not.
It's called Dirty Diana.
Yeah, I thought
funny.
he was a really good songwriter.
Or beat it. It could be the other one. Just beat it.
That's with the typewriter. With the We Are Memory Keepers. Those you want to beat it. You want to beat
just
it.
Type it. Just type it.
There you go.
You know, in one of his, and Thriller, I think it was, in the video for Thriller, he goes home and there's a typewritten letter on his mom's typewriter when he came home from school. In that Thriller.
Oh,
and then he goes out and there's all these thugs out there while they're his gang or whatever.
Yeah. Never
I'll have
noticed
to
it
watch
back
that again.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
But yeah, anytime now I see something on TV with the typewriter, especially with true crime shows, sometimes they're opening little segments, we'll have a typewriter going about the crime.
It might be Beat It too. You might check Beat It out. It's the video, official video though.
Okay. Yeah, we have a street here in Riverside called Diana, and every time we drive by it, I have to resist because when my wife and I were first dating, we would drive by that street and I'd sing Dirty Diana, like the Michael Jackson song, and she hated it. She hated it when I would do that. So like every time we drive by it, it goes in my head, but then I have to resist actually singing it.
You've learned not to do that anymore, right?
Yeah, because I have to keep her happy. So
There forever now.
Yeah. That's funny.
Unless you replace it with something else. Find another street that you can do that too.
Yeah, there you go.
Replace it with her name and see if she likes it.
Oh. So Dirty
All
Christina.
There you go.
So next week you'll still have the Type and Talk open same time, right? Just it won't be live
Saturday
on
night, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Well, again, it's 24/7. But there won't be this meeting on Sunday morning.
Right, but we could still use that channel to meet
Yes,
on
if
Sunday
you're
morning or
yes, if
afternoon,
you're
evening, depending on where
a
you are in the world.
registered member of Type Pals, yes.
Yeah, so we can use that same room to get together on Sunday. Okay.
It's
We'll do
bad.
that,
It's
yeah.
bad, is that I think, because I got it on my phone.
Because
I think-
usually
okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Saturday nights is not a good time for me. That's boyfriend time.
That's-
so.
Yeah.
But
I'm not my boyfriend.
yeah, Sunday afternoons are perfect. So hopefully I see some
Excellent.
of you next week. Same time, same channel, the different
Yeah.
YouTube. No YouTube.
All right.
So
Well,
I guess
well, Ted,
happy
enjoy those
2022.
typewriters.
Yeah.
I will.
Happy
Yeah.
2022, and we'll see everyone next year. New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Typewriter Club Live. And that'll be
Excellent.
the special one where you'll do all the
Yes.
fancy stuff, right?
Yes.
Maybe we
And
can
I-
discuss it. Wear
Don't hold me
hats.
to it, but I think starting in the new year, we're going to go back to having Typewriter Club Live every week. I think I'm ready to go back to that, but don't hold me to it.
Okay. So it's not a resolution. Okay, we get.
Yeah, yeah.
It's bad to make resolutions. That's what they say.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, and happy holidays to you. And
Yes.
you guys are awesome as always.
You
So,
are too. Thank
Merry
you for all you
holidays.
do. Yes.
Happy
To you,
holidays.
Typewriter Club. Happy holidays. Happy typing.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
That's
Bye.
a nice typewriter day.
See you next
Bye.
year. Bye.
Bye-bye. Ted, get a purple ribbon for that typewriter.
Yeah, I think so. That's a good idea.
There you go. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.